choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second. And if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now is the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
It's time once again for the Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. Set your picks each week and see if you are this season's best game picker. Play against the Fanatic Air Staff. Play against your fellow listeners. First prize is $1,580. Second place is $500. Thanks to our great friends at Harmon Solar. The Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. From your home for the NFL, playoffs, and Super Bowl in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Hey, remember how 20 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, now it's the future, and I used all those savings to buy this new hologram phone. Because, you know, it's the future, and everything is holograms now.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Distracted driving kills in Arizona. Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rhodes in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And earlier, some news broke, and I just could not be happier. I could not be happier.
Newsflash.
No, Randy, I said earlier.
Did you say breaking news?
No, I said earlier it broke.
Oh,
And it doesn't sound good with both music hitting at the same time. So,
never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that's all right, Keon. There's no reason you should have ducked that. Anyway, yeah, well, I mean, if he does that, you should do that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so Randy,
Did you tell me to do that?
No, I didn't tell you to do that. It was broken earlier that LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers have agreed to a 2-year, $97.1 million extension with a third-year player option. And as a Suns fan, I couldn't be happier.
Burn it hell, Lakers!
They're going to suck. They're going to continue to suck. Oh my God, this is amazing. I've never been happier to hear news about LeBron James. You know, that means nothing is going to change for the Lakers for a couple of years, and they are going to wallow, and they are going to flounder, and they are going to any other phrase you want to throw in there, and they're not going to be the Suns' problem. They are not going to be our problem.
I guess there's also a report they're going to lock up Anthony Davis.
Of course they would. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they keep the dynamic trio of LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis? Why wouldn't they?
Well, of course they're going to keep Russell Westbrook because they can't unload him.
Well, and he's the only guy who's not getting hurt. So yeah, this is good for us. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, Keon. This is good for us.
I don't think you're wrong. If there was any other team in the Lakers position, what you would want to do is start looking at rebuilding. You know, you got bounced in the first round of the playoffs the year before. Then you don't make the playoffs at all. Things are not trending up. They seem to be trending down. And a large part of that is the money that you've committed to superstars who aren't getting the job done. And you know what? LeBron's been the best player on that team. But,
so Keon, let's play role playing.
Okay.
You're Rob Pelinka.
Oh, that's not very sexy.
And aside from being a fun middle of the inning game at the Diamondbacks, Rob Pelinka has the job of rebuilding this team. And you've just locked up LeBron James, and you're going to lock up AD. You've got Russ Westbrook. What do you do from this point on?
That's tough.
Weep. You weep.
I don't know. I don't know how you
curl up into a ball, start sobbing.
How do you rebuild? Are there free agents you can go and acquire with the cap space that they have? Nobody that's going to help you.
Well, locking up LeBron and AD is going to somehow free up cap space. That's what I understand from NBA.com.
Only in the fact that the cap has just been going up every year. That you will, the deals you're signing them to now will age well in terms of the cap going up. But this is still not going to help you get another premier star, which is what they need. They can't win with the roster currently as constructed because LeBron James, while still playing great basketball, is starting to decline. We're seeing it. And Anthony Davis is never healthy. And Russell Westbrook's not a good fit for the team. Also, he can't shoot anymore. Also, he doesn't play defense anymore. So
maybe they can get Shohei Ohtani. I mean, he's not doing anything with the Angels right now.
Couldn't do worse because Anthony Davis is basically the NBA's Tiny Tim. You know, he's always on a crutches. He's like, God bless us, everyone. I was worried about Tiny Tim.
It's that Tiny Tim, not the one tiptoe through the
tiptoe.
Yeah, not him.
Right. Okay. So I wonder how this affects LeBron James's future plans to play basketball with his son. Now, his son is class of 2023, and so then I don't know if they'll have changed the NBA rules by then to say you can come out of high school and go right to the NBA. Is he going to need to spend a year in the G League? Is he going to have to go to college and pretend to care? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how this Laker deal affects him being able to play with his son. And will his son even be like the first pick? If his son's not the first pick, like they're like, yeah, he's all right, but he's not LeBron good. And then you got to look at him and say, all right, well, then we could probably get him on the Lakers, right? We could figure that out. And then you get to have LeBron and son.
Yeah, but my guess is just the way that he looks, he's probably going to be a high lottery pick.
I heard the other kid in the LeBron James spawn chain is maybe even better.
Oh, yeah.
The spawn chain. LeBron's first son spawn chain. And then Bryce is coming along after. Then I think he's got a daughter, too. I don't know. So anyway, do you think the Lakers will figure out how to get Bronny with LeBron, or they have to understand, well, he's probably going to leave wherever Bronny goes. LeBron's going to go where Bronny goes. This is very confusing. There's too many Bronnies. There's too many Brons.
There's too many Brons. And yeah, Bronny's short for LeBron James Jr. So yeah,
Papa,
multiple LeBrons.
And then Junior. We'll say Papa Bron and Junior Bron.
Then
Ava Bron will fit into this somehow. I'm not sure yet.
LeBron will try to go where Bronny goes, but I don't know that he can because he'll be 40 when that happens. You're not going to be your best self at 40. And is some team going to have to deal with the headache of LeBron James wants this and that, not just for himself, but also now for his kid? I don't think that anybody wants to put up with
and then Bronny his inside thoughts are, please let him retire. Please let him retire. I don't want to play with my dad. It's bad enough that he's out in the crowd yelling at me. Please don't let him be here. Please don't let him be here.
Yeah, just play against him. It's still cool that you're in the
dunk
league
on
together.
Your posterize your dad. That's the thing where if my kid tried to posterize me, I'll punch him in the nuts. He'll come down hard, and I'm like, I'm not going to be on your poster. I'm not going to be on your poster.
Do I think that LeBron would foul the bleep out of his son to stop him? Yes, I do.
Because I love you. That's why.
Yeah, because every dad would.
Yeah, there's no way you get a poster on anybody but me. That's a deal we will have. But if I see you going up and somebody alley-oops, I'm punching you square in the Ginobili's. It's happening. Just be aware of it. Maybe invest in a hard cup. But even then, even with a cup, I'm going to hurt you. You're going to get hurt. So please, my son, don't do that.
I just got, it's not breaking news, but it is news. CBS Sports Network reporting that Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray will not play in the Ravens-Cardinals game this weekend.
Oh my God!
As if we did not expect that in the first place.
Well,
CBS News now confirming that Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray will not play in the game this weekend. Sorry, Jeffrey.
Oh, my plans are ruined.
I know.
I might pass out.
Still time for you to sell those tickets, Jeffco.
I paid so much for them.
I don't know what the FS1 was doing. I watch it sometimes.
What do you mean? What the FS1 was doing?
What the FS2 is doing, or S3?
The game is
What are
on
you talking
Fox,
about, Randy?
I don't know what the ESPN is doing.
What the F is he talking about?
Well, the game's on Fox, so Fox
Don't you
Sports
say
1
that then?
What?
Don't try to be hip and cool like the other kids.
Well,
say
no,
words.
I'm not.
Say your words, Keon.
I'm not trying to be hip and cool. I say the S pen, and I say
I don't
and
have to try to be hip and cool.
and I say the FS1 because I refuse to say their names fully.
Well,
Now, they've been promoting the game, and honestly, it's been Kyler Murray and the Cardinals against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
Oh,
and I've
really?
been saying all week,
yeah,
they're not going to play. Don't
Yeah.
put that in your promotions.
Kyler Murray's on the sideline looking across over at the other guy with the weird eyes. What's
Lamar.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna stare at each other and
Yeah,
probably
according
bro
to-
hug afterwards.
According to CBS Sports, they won't be playing this weekend.
Oh, surprise! It's just why did they even promote it that way? I don't even understand that.
Because
Well,
they're
I
trying
mean,
to get you to watch something.
hype, man,
Yeah.
hype.
It's for preseason game 2.
You know what?
You have all
Keon,
the
damn it,
NFL
we
games.
paid $10 million to air this game, and we're going to get every dime back.
Right now, somebody at FSFU or whatever the hell it is on the phone with Ron Cohen saying, "Can you tell your guy to shut up?" Of course, I know Ron. He'll be laughing at him like, "No, we're going to replay this several times now that you've called me."
Earlier today on the Daily Blender.
Yep, it's going to be on a loop. Don't mess with us, guys. 888-368-1580. So, all right. So LeBron James, the Lakers will continue to be what they are. Bronny James coming down the pipe. People trying to speculate on how he's going to find his way to the NBA on his way there. And then it's almost weird. I feel a little bit weird talking about kids. You know, I mean, it is kind of, well, you know, how the Manning kid, Arch Manning,
Mhm.
the son of Cooper, the
Heir
nephew
apparent. Yeah.
of
Mhm.
Peyton and Eli and all that.
Grandson of
Right.
yeah.
Saints,
Archie. Mhm.
great. Anyway, so he's on his way. And I've heard about it and I'm like, oh, wow, I can't wait for that. That'd be great.
Mhm.
But I'm not sitting there watching the high school games. I'm not going to the games. It's not a big, let him be a kid. Let him be a kid. It's kind of cool knowing that another Manning is coming down the pipe, but let's let him be.
Don't you
And then
think that-
Bronny, shouldn't
don't
we
you-
just let him be? I feel weird, like even that stupid, what is that pasty future melanoma having Skip Bayless?
Wow.
That guy. He's like saying he's talking smack to Bronny on the Twitter about, oh well, your dad would have dunked with the left hand. Like, do you feel okay talking about teenage kids this way? I'm not trying to insinuate any Chris Hansen stuff like, have a seat, Skip, let's talk. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying let them be kids. We shouldn't be so focused on the spawn of the greats that we spend that much time thinking about it. Listen, we've mentioned it a couple of times. I mean, like, wow, he's doing great. I'm looking forward to when he gets the NFL. But that's where the conversation should stop, shouldn't it?
It should. You're not. And I was actually always told by this because I did like a little bit of high school football play-by-play back when I was in Tennessee. And one thing that I was always told, like, hey, if a kid makes a mistake, don't go too hard on him just because you're talking about someone who's 14, 15 years old. And I think the same thing applies.
Ball was in your hands, man. Why didn't you catch it? Gee whiz.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
Did you have the snot on your fingers picking your nose too much, Junior? Why didn't you catch that ball?
My grandma could have caught that, man.
Oh, my goodness. If you have to use Braille to read the playbook, you should be out there.
You mean like
You
that?
mean like that, Keon?
yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, just don't go there. But Skip
Randy and I
Bayless
would have
is-
been fired before one game was over.
Look, man, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but you're going to have to go.
No, you're going to have to go. Can we
You
get
know what?
security
You're
in here
gone already.
Mr. White?
it's just really what's going to happen is you're going to go to the high school field and there's just going to be a school police officer
Yeah.
there not letting you on the field because
Oh.
your credentials no longer.
Yeah, like
Resource
we have to
officer.
worry about the school police officer because we all we all have a pretty good idea on how they do. Like, I honestly am not afraid of a school flea. I could outrun any of them, I'm sure.
I'm sure you could, but you
can't outrun their guns. Though.
Just saying.
Oh no, they will not come in after me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're welcome to try, but look, you're not going to get up there and be broadcasting ever again. They're not letting you set up the equipment. You're done. So I just think that Skip Bayless kind of went there in that weird space where this guy is 17 years old. He may be the son of LeBron James, guy you've been heckling for your entire career. Well, his entire career, but he's 17. He is a child.
You know, the problem with this is you're exactly right, Jeffrey. Let the guy be let the kid be a kid. Just let him grow up. Let him have fun. Leave him alone.
You think their parents and their uncles and whoever's aren't giving enough pressure?
You know, this kid knows who his dad is.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in his life, this child knows who his father is. And for you to disgrace him and always be, beating him down because your dad would have done that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, he had an amazing dunk. Well, your dad would have dunked with the left. Oh,
well,
stop.
that's what I mean. What an amazing dunk by Bronny James. I mean, have fun, kid. Have a day. I mean, that's the way it should be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the reason that I don't care about the crusty old Bayless ever, I just can't watch those shows.
Melanoma.
Yeah, he does. He looks like a prime candidate. That wrinkled up husk.
You're not wrong.
It's all anyone's going to see now. The wrinkled up melanoma husk.
He's somehow is making like 10 or 20 times more than we are right now. So
I mean, if that's how he's got to do it, I'm okay doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Or
at least we can sleep at night.
I don't know. Maybe we should start some crap. Give me the name of some kids. I'll take care of this. I'll get us rich. Boomer Sooner says, good day, Jeffrey. Did you know that it's National Roller Coaster Day? Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it. It has its ups and downs. He says, can I get a cold beer, Randy? It looks like some storms are up near the North Phoenix area here.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of storms in the area from the 1580
Stop everything. Stop everything. Turn it off.
What?
I was informed that that is now a bit that the main event does. So we can't do
weather.
That yeah, they're doing weather now. So, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, you want to still do it? I just
no, not if I don't want to take away their thunder.
Yeah. That's just the thunder. That's good.
Well, it's a meteorological joke.
Yeah.
Me being a meteorologist and everything.
No, I say you go ahead and do it.
I should do it now.
Nobody owns the weather. You can do it. Yeah. Go ahead and do it.
I don't think I want to.
Well, now I want you to do it though.
No, I don't think
I'm begging you to do it. I can't wait for it.
Arm Solar, 15 Weather Center.
Come on, Randy, buck up.
Chance of storms today. 30% chance of storms. Barometric pressure. Blah blah blah. Clouds. Possibility of rain. Flash flood watch. And cloud storms.
Randy, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all.
I just don't. Now that I know that somebody has stolen my bid.
Well, but everybody can do weather.
I mean, I don't.
Nobody does weather like you, Randy.
No, somebody's stolen my bid. I just don't feel like.
Well, it's like saying somebody stole traffic or whatever.
Well, yes, 40% chance of showers.
Well, I shouldn't have said anything. I should have said
anything. Back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, probably our storms, Boomer. Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Wednesday. Are you guys doing some remodeling there at the Fanatic? I see Keon has taken down all the pro Phoenix sports signs behind him. Well, we wanted to keep it secret, but we are moving this radio station to Canada, so we're waiting for the new logos to come in. Or we are still trying to recover from the water damage from the storms over the weekend. And some other, first thing I told these guys, there's a broken irrigation pipe out there. It's probably on a timer. What's happened? We have flooded every night since the storm Sunday. And I told them. So now they're finally getting around to fixing that. So hopefully we'll be dry in here sometime.
Take off
eventually. I also like that I was blamed for taking down the Cardinal stuff. Like I have any say in what goes up.
No, I blame Izzy.
I'd blame Izzy because he's not here.
Yeah.
Can't defend himself.
Exactly right.
Heckler Jones says, come on, let's get some Mercury playoff talk going. I didn't come back for this nonsense. Which nonsense would that be? And which
Mercury
nonsense did you come
playoff
back
time.
for?
Where were you? And why are you just now coming back?
And are the Mercury in the playoffs?
The Mercury are in the playoffs.
Isn't all the teams in the playoffs? Because there's only like a couple.
It's most of them.
Right. So all the WNBA teams end up in the playoffs.
It's 8 of 12.
Yeah.
No, somebody got eliminated. Who was it, Keon, that got eliminated on the last night of the regular season? Was that
somebody got eliminated from?
I'll tell you who got
I
eliminated.
can't remember off the top of my
Antonio
head.
Wings.
I'll tell you what got eliminated. Dunks.
Ooh.
Well,
Because it's the WNBA.
it's not completely
Well, and
eliminated, but yeah, it's mostly there's not a lot of dunks. So
Or scoring.
one of the
Scoring
top-
got eliminated.
scoring's
top-
not eliminated.
Ticket sales, that got eliminated.
Well, I've been to a couple of Mercury games this season.
Oh, yeah?
That is not true.
Oh, really? How many
Yeah.
people do you think are in there?
I don't know. They had like 15,000, 20,000 people one night.
You're making that up.
I'm not making it up. They
I think
announced
you're
it
making it
over the intercom.
Yeah.
Well, those stats are never correct. They're
Yeah.
never accurate. Never.
Well, and
I'm glad Phoenix is
matching
supporting the
the
team.
eye test. It really did. It felt
When's the last time you had
felt
an eye
like
test?
20. Come on.
last time I had an eye test. I don't know, like 3 years ago.
Do you wear
I don't
contact
think-
lenses?
I do not.
I don't think the Footprint Center can hold 20,000.
I
I
think-
think that's a maximum if they can.
We have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Legit breaking news.
Oh, geez.
No, wait. Wrong music. Better get your weather music back up.
Weather music. Here comes the weather.
Breaking weather news from Radio Ron, who is driving into town from the west side.
Yeah.
West Valley Haboob, he says. Everybody take cover.
No. Sorry, he's going to have to phone into the main event.
What?
Oh no!
If they're doing the weather, he's going to have to call the weather guys.
You're going to have to wait till tomorrow for that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think we can give that's timely information right there, Randy.
Or he could. I'm sorry. I no longer do weather on this radio station. If somebody's going to steal my bit and not even have the common courtesy to talk to me about it.
Now, to be fair, I didn't actually hear it. I just noticed people were talking about it. So
somebody was talking about it.
I don't know who did the weather.
Well, that's good. I hope they.
Any show can do the weather, Randy.
No,
any show could do it.
No, it's my thing. I went to weatherman school. I'm the guy that got the weather jet. I'm the guy that got the Doppler radar. I'm the guy that worked with Radio Ron. I am me. Not anybody else at this radio station. I'm the chief meteorologist. Nobody cleared this through me.
Well, this is Scott awkward.
It sounds very personal.
He's very angry. We should probably go to break. So there's a haboob coming.
Too bad there's not two.
Yeah, if there's only one, it's weird. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brian Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
After dropping the first two games of the series, the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 180 on the money line tonight at the Giants at minus 220, the over-under at 7. The teams will have one more game tomorrow. The initial AP college football poll ahead of the 2022 season, Alabama preseason number 1 for the 9th time. The Crimson Tide, the plus 150 favorite to win the college football playoff national championship. Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, and Notre Dame round out the top 5. Ohio State at plus 250 odds to win the title. Georgia at plus 500. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. Save 75% on any best bet package with the promo code ACTION75. That's ACTION75 at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. For vsin.com, I'm Trey Westerberg on Arizona's sports betting station.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. And if you haven't heard, the show is now noon to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. NFL teams get back to camp after their first preseason game. And get ready for preseason games number 2. We'll get you updated with roster cuts, injuries, and more. Major League Baseball is on the backstretch, headed to the playoffs. We look at the Diamondbacks and keep you updated on the young guys getting action in the big league. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 1580 and 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
Baseball, basketball, soccer, tennis. No matter what your game is, defense matters. Same thing goes for COVID-19. Help protect yourself with a booster shot. Now recommended for people 5 years and older. Schedule an appointment as soon as you are eligible following completion of your primary series. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Hey guys, time to get your fantasy football on. Be part of the Daily Blender Fantasy Football League. See if your team has what it takes to take on the Blender personalities of the fourth dimension. You could win $100 from our friends at Harman Solar if you win your league. To sign up, just email me, blender@1580thefanatic.com. Blender@1580thefanatic.com. That's blender@1580thefanatic.com. Oh, wait, you should probably listen to the show too. It's the Daily Blender Fantasy Football League, only from 1580 The Fanatic.
Let's go. Practice time. Before the first real kickoff, the NFL beats its teams into shape with training camp.
Everybody work! Everybody work!
Where every player is under the microscope. Every player is fighting for a place on the roster. And every team wants to whip its players into shape.
That's a good firm point of attack.
We've got the latest from across the league. The rookies, the holdouts, and more. Get the latest on your home for the NFL, playoffs, and Super Bowl. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Arizona's home for football.
It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and Twittiot makes a good point. He says, since Radio Ron texted in about the West Side Haboob, isn't that breaking wind news? Radio Ron texted in, he says, we miss Randy's weather, and he has a little sad face emoji. So Randy, I think you got to keep doing the weather, and you got to keep doing it with gusto, and you got to do it better than anyone else, and don't worry about what other people are doing.
I am the best damn weather person on this radio station. I mean, I will say that.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm the guy that spent time. I did math and everything.
I don't know if that's
and I went to school and I got my
no
meteorological license.
Not seen a real license.
Oh yeah, it's on the wall in my office.
Well, somebody just
I know
printed
you
that
haven't
and sent it
been
to you.
in there,
I've
but it's
been
in
there.
Oh,
I've
it's
seen it.
in there,
Completely
right
fake,
next to
but
my
yeah.
wind vane and my
There's
rain
no
cup.
none of that's in
It's
there.
all in there.
That's all fiction.
In the weather center.
Completely made up.
The Harman Solar
That's
1580
fine.
Fanatic weather. But I guess
Sure.
now some other show can't come up with their own damn content.
Well, Randy,
they have
Randy.
to steal mine.
Hold on now. We talk sports sometimes. We talk sports. They talk sports. So it's not like they've stolen that. And we,
Well, Jeffrey, look at this for just a second. Who's been talking sports longer?
Well, I mean, technically we have, but there are people who talk sports before we did. There's nothing new under the sun, Randy. I'm just saying. So it's okay. If somebody else wants to do something, that's fine. Just, I'm just saying.
So you want me to do a weather forecast, huh?
Well, not at this moment, because I think it's probably too fresh. And okay, I guess we're doing it
From
now.
the 1580 The Fanatic and Harman Solar Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White reporting clouds out there, severe weather. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning and flash flood warning for the Maricopa County. That's in effect until about 5:30 this evening. Current downtown temperature 103 degrees, 105 in the West Valley. That's because we're out here farther in the desert than you guys are. I don't know what it is by Jeffrey's house. We're looking at maybe rain in the West Valley until about, around 6 o'clock. Sweeping through the Metro Phoenix area. Look out. for the storms and weather on Friday, weather on Thursday, weather on Saturday. It's going to be a cooler than normal weekend here in the Valley.
Nice.
95 on Friday and 90. Only 90, Jeffco.
Excellent.
On Saturday, 92. On Sunday from the Harmon Solar 1580, the Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeffco.
Radio Ryan says, the weather is free. Long live the free weather. And the SOL says, 1580 the Fanatic, your home for temper tantrums. 888-368-1580. Watermelon says, hey, Randy, let me know the time and place. I'll show up for the fight. Yeah, like Ron Burgundy when all the news guys were going to go at it. Hey, let's get all the. Well, we can't do that because we
can't.
We don't have enough people for a good Donnybrook. I mean, we got to have more than just a. And then we're a family. This radio station is a dysfunctional, but a family. You know,
are we?
Just saying.
Are we though?
We should be fighting with other radio stations, not ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick NPR.
Because we can kick their ass.
Oh, upstairs and downstairs.
Well,
not even worried about that.
Well, because you can do it, not break a sweat, and then just go.
Yeah.
You have the rest of your day afterwards.
Now you're gonna get tired. It'll be great. Some of us won't even have to stand up.
I think it would be any fun.
Well, you get that first one out of your way, then you move yourself up to something a little more challenging. You go from like NPR to Family Life Radio, you know?
Yeah.
Get some of those guys, take them down.
No, you don't want to go against, Family Life.
Why not?
FLR, they don't play by the rules.
What do you mean they don't play by the rules?
They call down fire and all that kind of business.
Oh, they'll get the wrath of God.
Yeah, they invoke the wrath. Mm-hmm.
I dare them.
Well, that's just what I've heard around the burning bush.
I'm just saying, and please see a doctor if you have a burning bush. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey just made my reservation at the Hilton Gardens down the street from the fantasy draft. No need to drive back to Anthem. How much are you planning on drinking?
Nice.
Anthem's not that far away, and you should get, please don't drink and drive.
Well,
but
we're talking Tempe.
Holy moly. I don't know what Boomer Sooner is going to be up to. I think a lot of our super fans are going to be up to that.
I have to say this. Well done, Boomer Sooner. Can't wait to see you.
That was responsible, wise, smart.
Are you coming out Friday and Saturday? I hope.
Kiss the Cook says, I want to take on Delilah. I get the first punch. No. We don't hit women. We don't hit women. That's just not, that is inappropriate, Kiss the Cook. Whatever your beef with Delilah, you'll have to.
Well, I don't know what the beef would be.
Figure that out. Well, can we get back to the NBA here? Because I got a ton of NFL, and I got just a few things non-NFL to sort of cover before we do that.
So from the NBA right here?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Well, I don't know if we need the fanfare or the music.
Go ahead.
All right.
Phoenix Suns.
A little bit loud, thanks.
Go ahead.
So they released the schedules.
Yeah.
And the Suns used like a baby inside the NBA bit on Twitter. And it's on my my Twitter. I retweeted it so you can see it at Radio Pal 1580. And watching this, and I was thinking, thank God Frank Caliendo can still get work, because I was wondering if there's going to be a GoFundMe for the poor guy, because ever since John Madden died, I don't think he's had much to do. I just so, but no, it was all right. But then they talked about the schedule and going to see what the schedule says. And one of the things about the schedule is the opening game will be Dallas Mavericks and Phoenix Suns. So they're trying to set up all the rivalries on open night. So
we need to kick that cookie dough, gooey flesh looking Luka Doncic. Kick him right in the cookie makers. That's where we need to
kick him in the Doncic cheese.
Yeah.
Florida Mustard says, do haboobs make anybody else's nipples itchy, or is it just the Florida guy?
It might be some sort of contact dermatitis. See a doctor.
Florida Mustard, can I just say, you did not have to send that text 3 times. I got it 3 times in a row. I don't know. Something might be wrong. Boomer Sooner says, so Randy, I can come out Friday. Yeah, here's the deal. I don't know if you guys are fully aware of what's happening on the 26th and the 27th. So I shall illuminate your brains. So 1580 Fanatic broadcasting live from Dave and Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace on both Friday, August 26th and Saturday 27th. So on Friday, August 26th, the main event and Steve they're doing their show noon to 2.
Probably the weather too.
It'll probably be 2 hours of weather. And then we're doing what we do from 3 to 6. It's a regular show. And you can come out and hang out and have some fun if you like and do whatnot. And then, of course, Saturday is the big event with the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft Party. Starts at 11 a.m. We're going to have a remote broadcast during that time talking pretty much nothing but fantasy football, getting ready for the drafts that we're going to do for all the Daily Blender fantasy football leagues, except for the Premier League. We're going to do that separately, probably the day after. So, I like the idea of hanging out and doing the draft, but I'd kind of like to focus. But what happens is I got to help everybody with their little technical problems. I am the commissioner of every single damn league. And so we just thought, maybe it's better we draft Premier League on a different day. Anyways, so that is what is happening at Dave and Buster's. We're there Friday. We're there Saturday. So you come out to both, come out to one. Either way, just make sure you come out and say hi. And by the way, if you still want to be in one of our Daily Blender fantasy football leagues, Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Here's the thing. A lot of people have been sending in emails. Hey, put me in a league over here. So I go click, click, boom, done. And then I see they don't show up. So I don't know if they didn't get the email, if it went to spam or what happened. So if you have sent me an email saying, hey, I want to be in, and you have not received a response or an invite from NFL.com, send me another email and I will make sure you get in, because I have noticed it's like people who are begging to get in. I got it done, but they didn't show up in that league yet. So, or if you've been like, oh, I'll do it later, please don't wait, because I'm trying to figure out, I got a bunch of people in standby mode waiting for the people I've put in to actually show up. And if they don't, then I'm going to start populating those. So what I'm basically saying is I've got a whole handful of people ready to start yet another Daily Blender Fantasy Football League. I just want to make sure that all the leagues are full. So if you have not been put into a league yet and you have ask again, and we'll try to figure out why you didn't get the first invite. So Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. So Heavy Metal Maniac says, sorry guys, I am not going to make the draft. Well, all right, we're canceling.
Yeah. That's terrible news.
Call Dave and Buster's.
Yeah,
we're done. I just can't do it without a guy going, I go bet. I can't do it.
Yeah, come on, man.
He says, I already had a planned vacation. Plus, all I've been through the last couple of months, I need a vacation. Everybody have a good time. Everybody at the draft party. I'm not in the football fantasy league anyway. I have other fantasies, but they don't involve football. Oh, okay. Well, I can respect that. So let's uncancel it. We're going to go ahead and keep doing it because Heavy Metal Maniac said we should. All right. So we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Big George says the Dallas Mavericks are not the Phoenix Suns' rival. The Los Angeles Fakers are. Well, yeah, you're kind of right, Big George, but there is a feeling of like unfinished business between the Suns and the Mavericks. Like that didn't taste good. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Lakers, they're kind of below us right now, so you can't even call them a current rival.
A fully realized revenge game. Yeah, I can't wait.
Well, the series between the Suns and the Mavs was an actual series.
I can't wait.
Yeah, the thing between the Suns and the Lakers in the day,
it was got eliminated before the playoffs. I mean, that's not a rivalry.
Yeah.
Kiss the Cook says, man, that guy must have really itchy nipples to send a text 3 times. I suggest a gentle rub in okay.
Well, lotion might help.
Well, I can't read the rest of the text actually. 888-368-1580. So yeah, the Suns and the Mavericks on the opening night, that on Christmas, it's the other giant rivalry between the Suns and the Denver Nuggets. And in case you're keeping score at home, that was sarcasm.
The reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic, will be playing in that game.
And hopefully,
and who knows what's going to happen here before they get going. I mean, the Denver team, they could change things up. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I just want to see us beat the stuffing out of Dallas.
A little bit. I want to see us continue to beat the stuffing out of the Fakers, though. You're right about that.
Oh yeah.
That'll feel good. And then the Wizards. The Wizards. Wait, I want to just completely destroy those bastards.
What have the Wizards done?
I just wanted to see if you were awake. That's all.
Well, why wouldn't I be awake?
Do the Wizards have a fight song as well?
No, they do not.
Oh, well, I'll play this one.
It'll do.
Why? Why are you doing this to me? This is just very
respect the fight song. Shouldn't you be singing along?
No, because that's the worst rendition of that song ever.
Spike song.
Yeah.
it's the worst rendition of that song ever created. I've never heard it sound that bad.
So I really do believe they're playing different songs at once.
I don't understand what's going on there. Why does that sound so bad?
Kiss the Cook says, spam, I miss spam, fried spam, spam and grilled cheese, spam, grilled cheese and spam, mayo, tomato and spam, and little pepper and salt, spam, spam and spam. And a nice bottle of Bartles and James. Kiss the Cook is weird lately, isn't it?
It's okay.
I actually got something that did my heart well. You know what I mean? It warmed the cockles of my heart.
You finally got that special package from Fredericks of Hollywood?
No. That comes next week. But no, this is about the Yankees. It is so bad for the Yankees lately. It is so bad. They 11
How
losses.
bad is it?
Well, it's not one of those jokes, Randy. They have 11 losses in the last 13 games. And it was so bad. They're playing against the Tampa Bay Rays, and you look over, and there's just a dude sitting there getting a haircut. The guy's in a hole. He's got the thing on, and the guy's like cutting his hair, and he's just kind of sitting there. He's just like, well, okay, I might as well get something done while this garbage is happening. And they're just showing that New York will turn on you pretty quick. 64-28 record before the All-Star break, and then they've had 11 losses out of 13. That's how many losses before they start getting at you in New York. So they eat their own. But you know what? I'm glad. I hope they eat them all. Because Yankees, I hate you. I hate Yankees. So I'm glad that they're clowning the Yankees.
So you don't like the Yankees, obviously. What about the Mets?
I got no problem with the Mets. I don't hate New York. I just hate the Yankees.
Okay.
I can separate the two.
Well, the Mets have done essentially the same thing. Yeah,
but I don't hate the
They
Mets.
have paid tens of millions of dollars to assemble a team to be relevant in Major League Baseball.
I have other reasons I hate the Yankees than they spend money to try to buy championships.
What are some of these other reasons?
They're smug, and their fans are always jackholes. So far, in my experience,
Wouldn't it be the same people? New York City.
No,
Queens is not that far from the
not
Bronx.
the same
is it?
people. Fans of the Mets very different than fans of the Yankees.
Oh, really? So what are fans of the Mets? What are they like?
What's that? What's going on here?
I would disagree.
What do you know?
I happen to hate the Mets, though. So maybe.
How much time did you live in New York?
A year or two.
Not long enough.
I was a kid.
You lived in New York?
I was a little kid. Yeah.
Oh, no, you're a little kid. You didn't know anything with your finger in your nose. No. Shut up. You don't know anything. Don't mess with my hatred for the Yankees.
I'm not messing with your hatred for the Yankees.
And my soft spot for the Mets.
I am simply adding a hatred of the Mets on top of it because the Mets do this. The Mets spend money. Okay. They just stink. Whenever they spend money, it falls apart at some point. I hope that it falls apart worse than it ever has this year.
You talking about the Yankees?
No, he's talking about the Mets.
Could be both. Honestly, I don't.
Well, it's 2 games in a row. Atlanta has put a whoop on them.
Good.
Wow. So you hate the Mets more than the Yankees?
Yeah.
Well, that's your hang up.
They're in the division with me. I mean, look.
Try not to get in the way of my hatred for the Yankees. That's all I'm asking. I'm not trying to get in your way of the hatred for your Mets.
Yeah, you guys and your hatred for the New York team.
I'm saying we can combine them and just hate New York.
What do you feel about the New York Liberty, Keon?
I have no.
You hate them?
I have no problems with
the hell's the New York Liberty? Is that a soccer team?
No, that's their.
That's the WNBA team.
Yeah, that's their.
I got
New
no
York
problems with
Knicks. What do you feel about the New York Knicks?
They're hilarious.
Yeah, they're sadly hilarious.
But no, I don't have a problem with the Knicks.
Okay.
Nets, the New Jersey Nets.
No problem with the Nets either.
I think it's is it Brooklyn?
Oh, they moved to Brooklyn. That's right.
It's Brooklyn, right?
It's the New Jersey Jets. Then they play in New Jersey, right? The Jets.
Well, the Jets and the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants, the New Jersey Giants, and the New Jersey Jets.
They identify as New York.
Oh, great! I got to use their pronoun New York when it's really New Jersey.
Yep.
Holy God, how woke can I get?
The Jets I got no problem with. The Giants, bleep the Giants.
I'm going to need a list then because I only have hatred for the Yankees. Keon seems to have hatred for many, many people.
It is because every team in the division of in the sports where the divisions matter. So in baseball, divisions matter. Football, divisions matter. I hate every other team in the division.
Rangers and Islanders?
Can't stand them.
New Jersey Devils?
Yeah, I got no problem with them really. They don't really play the Caps.
You see what just happened there? He's doing the same thing he was coming at me for only hating the Yankees and not the Mets.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm saying I'm adding
I want
my
this to
Mets
show
hatred.
for the
Yeah, I saw
record,
that.
and I would like to
I'm
be
not.
absolved
I'm not
of all
coming at you
charges.
for
I would like to also issue a bar complaint against
Absolution.
Keon Rose.
Yep,
Thank
there
you,
you
Your
go.
Honor.
Absolutely.
I never said that you were wrong to.
You know,
just
you're
hate
going to
the
be in
Yankees.
contempt.
I'm just trying to add on to that. Let's just hate all of New York together.
I just can't do that, Keon. I can't.
Upstate New York, I understand, is kind of pretty.
I have friends in New York. I can't hate all of New York.
You
Okay.
don't have to hate all of New York. Just New
You
York
just
City.
asked me to. Can you please let
sports
it show
teams.
in the record that Keon did ask that we hate all of them collectively
Record shows
and
that.
the entirety of New York?
Just
Yes,
the
record
city.
shows that.
Just New York City, not New York State.
And Big George would be proud of me. I'm killing it in this
Yeah.
court case right now.
I didn't realize it was
very-
a court case.
Yeah.
Very legalese.
I win. It's time for a moment of this, and then we'll come back with a moment of that. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's time once again for the Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. Set your picks each week and see if you are this season's best game picker. Play against the Fanatic Air staff. Play against your fellow listeners. First prize is $1,580. Second place is $500. Thanks to our great friends at Harmon Solar. The Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. From your home for the NFL, playoffs, and Super Bowl in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights. We're going to tear it up tonight. Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader. Yes, yes, yes! Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Hey, remember how 20 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, now it's the future, and I used all those savings to buy this new hologram phone. Because, it's the future, and everything is holograms now.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
The Fanatic goes live and comes to Dave & Buster's at Tempe Marketplace August 26th and 27th. Friday, we'll be broadcasting live beginning at high noon with the main event. Then the Blender from 3 till 6. On Saturday, it's the much anticipated Blender Fantasy Football Draft Party beginning at 11 a.m. Don't have a team? It's okay. Just come hang out with us. August 26th, noon till 6. And again, Saturday, the 27th, beginning at 11 a.m. The Fanatic goes live at Dave & Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace. We'll see you there.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Today, the Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys something. Guess what? I reached out and found out the moist one is still alive.
Hey, all right.
He's not incarcerated. He has not been, shown to a jail cell near incarcerated person. It turns out that he's up in Montana. I don't know. He got caught in some sort of weird 3-way, got knocked out, drugged, and ended up there with a couple of fellas. I don't know what the hell comes next for Moist One.
Montana.
Can't explain it. So he won't be able to join us for because you remember he won the 2020 fantasy football Premier League. So
but he's in Montana.
So I can't give him a trophy until he says he'll be back in town around November. Then, of course, he made it weird in the conversation. And he's like, Jeffrey, when I get back, I'll need a place to stay. And I'm like, well, no. And he says, and then when I find my own place, he says, I'll have to have a housewarming party. Like he's always trying to get us to come for a housewarming party.
Really wants us to get over there.
But he never actually moved in anywhere. So this time it would be a real housewarming party, but there's no chance in hell that we'll be going to that. So Moist One is alive and well, but don't worry, we'll be able to give the trophies to Nostramarcus, as well as who's the other? Boogie. Boogie still gets one. Last Optimist says, breaking news. Okay, this could actually be breaking news.
Newsflash. This is breaking news.
The Arizona Cardinals have released 2021 starter for the Lions, Jesse Lemonier. He said, okay, so not really important news. Damn it, Last Optimist, lead with not important news. If you're
2021 Lions star. So what position did this Legionnaire play?
He's where did Camp Lejeune there? What did he play? Which position was it? Yeah, you got to give me more information.
Linebacker.
We don't need any defensive help.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Florida Mustard says Suns Heat final this year in the NBA. Does each team win 55 plus games? So are you asking, are you trying to say the Suns and the Miami Heat will be in the finals this year?
Wow.
And then you're asking if both teams win 55 plus games. I say, I don't know really what the current configuration is on the Heat, but I don't see why the Suns can't win 55 games. I think they should probably ease up on the gas pedal so they don't end up all gassed like they did when they went into the playoffs last season. But are the Heat looking good this year?
Yeah, I mean, the Heat are going to bring back that same team. They had that Eastern Conference battle with the Celtics. Was an absolutely brutal physical matchup, and they lost it. But that was a really good Miami Heat team. Not a whole lot's going to change. I think the Heat are going to win 55 games. Yeah.
All right, but of course the Suns will too.
Yeah.
Do you think the Suns are going to go for like the record again?
I don't think so. There's kind of no need for them to do that. They had a franchise record. They pushed the envelope. So unless they can break their own record. I think that, they're going to try to do the thing that maybe the Warriors did, where the Warriors lost their finals the year that they actually had the most wins in NBA history. And then the next year they kind of took it a little easier because, you got to have your priorities. It's nice to have the regular season stuff, but a championship's the goal.
SOL says, I'm moving to Montana soon.
Really? SOL? What part of Montana? So beautiful.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I want to go to Montana.
Yeah.
I don't know what I do up there. There's a lot of bears.
Well, there are bears, but there's skiing in the wintertime. There's plenty of skiing areas for you. There's I don't know how many thousands of lakes and ponds there are. You can do a lot of
fishing.
Trout fishing is big back there. You could do hunting in season hunting.
Yeah, here's what I want to do. I want to go buy a giant ranch in Montana. Okay.
Boy.
Hear me out.
Okay.
And that has a lake in it. And then the lake needs to, I'll build it if I have to, an island so I can live on the island and nobody can bother me.
I don't think anybody would bother you in Montana if you just bought enough land.
Well, I don't want the bears to be able to get to me. So if there's a lake, I don't think
the bears are going to bother you.
Bears can swim though.
Well, but not they're going to go all the way across the lake.
They will.
No, I mean, I'm going to be way in the middle of the lake. So there'll be a good distance between me and bears and people.
Well, they're curious. I think they would come up to your island.
Well, then they'll get to meet some buckshot. That's what they'll meet.
Well,
just saying. I ain't messing with no bears, man.
Yeah.
So SOL, we think you're lying. Big George says, Keon, what has the city of New York ever done to you? Any of you guys, have you guys been treating the haterade, drinking that to Scott Berg? No, listen, like I said, Keon's got his own issues. Me, it's only the Yankees. I got no problem with the rest of New York. I got no problem with the rest of New York sports. It's just that my only hatred is for the Yankees. Mild hatred for the Dodgers.
My teams share a division with most New York teams across many sports.
Well, that's a good reason.
So I don't like them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but really, does anybody need a reason to hate? You know, if we could all just find a little hate in our hearts, I think the world would be a better place.
Yeah.
Last Optimist says, oops, my whole stupid screen moved here. I guess the Cardinals think their existing linebackers are better than the guy who got cut from the Lions after last season. Yeah, they might be right. Bruno Baller says, I think the Suns get at least a top 4 seed in the playoffs. Get that first round home court advantage. They should be fine. The home court advantage didn't help last time, did it?
I mean, it didn't, but that's that was that one series. I would say mostly you still won it.
Yeah, I think it did, but I think the Suns, I don't think they got winded as much as they got the COVID. Remember, there was that report that, several guys on the team had COVID and they were trying to play through it.
And then Mikal Bridges was just like, look, they got tight.
Yeah.
They started missing some shots early and they got tight.
Well,
they got the yips.
And he said it probably didn't help that you're in front of the home fans and things start spiraling out of control and you feel the stadium kind of deflating and then it gets into your head. But I'm not going to necessarily say that home court advantage is something that doesn't matter. You'd rather have it than not have it.
The moment you said deflating, I thought Tom Brady. Average Joe says, I love the Yankees. Well, we can't all be perfect. Berg says, Suns, NBA champions. Already bought my future bet. Did you? What were your odds on that? Jagdog says, Keon, show me the doll where New York touched you. By the way, Carson Wentz still sucks.
Giants, Mets, Rangers. Those are all the. Look, I hate them all because they all beat my team. So what do you want from me?
It's a respect hate, is it?
Yeah, no. It is a respect hate. The Giants.
And you don't really
right
hate
now.
because I really hate the Yankees.
But,
I have no respect for them.
But yeah, well, I don't have any respect for the Mets. That's true.
Donnie says, you think I'm insufferable now? Wait till the last week of October. Cardinals versus Vikings, October 30th. Timberwolves versus Suns, November 1st. Morning radio show host, favorite politician loses November 1st. I think all of those things are possible that you want, but you are also possibly going to be disappointed by most of them. Just saying, Donnie, you just might want to make sure you have a bottle of whiskey on hand because I think one of those or two of those things, you're probably not going to get your way. Hey, speaking of sucks, the officiating in Major League Baseball has been exceptionally bad this year. Would you say true or false to that, Randy?
I'd say there were some pretty bad examples of umpiring in major leagues. Yes.
So in your time that you umpired, softball and this and that, did you ever call a walk when a guy only had 3 balls?
No, because I used a device in my left hand that kept track of the count for me. That's why you have that device.
Okay.
So and in Major League Baseball, it's inexcusable because you not only have a device in your left hand called a clicker, you also have a scoreboard, and there are several other iterations throughout the stadium on the multi-million-dollar scoreboards that keep track of the balls and strikes in the stadium.
Right. So in Carlos Santana for the Mariners got walked on 3 balls when they're playing the Angels by umpire Las Diaz.
Las Diaz is another Angel Hernandez.
So Las Diaz in Spanish is basically means Angel Hernandez.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, I'm still learning Spanish. Anyway, so Las Diaz, he did that. A major league umpire said, walk. Well, here's what happened. It was the count was 2-2, and out of nowhere he goes, oh no, wait, it's 3-1. Everybody's like, what? Who? Everybody, even the announcers, are like, the hell is he talking? Yeah, no, it's 3-1. Okay, and that's how they. Of course, later he admitted the mistake.
As soon as you change the count in your own mind, here's what you do. Now, listen up, Major League umpires. Listen up, Little League umpires. Listen up, softball umpires. Listen up. Here's what you do. If you don't know what the count is, call timeout. There are people on the field to help you. They're called your umpiring team. If you're alone, ask the scorekeeper what the count is.
So in that inning where he got that wrong, the Mariners got 4 runs in that inning, the 9th inning, which then pushed them 6-2 for the win.
Listen, if I'm the manager of is it the Angels?
Yeah.
If I'm the Angels manager, I protest the game. I just file a protest right after the game. And every time Laz Diaz does another mistake or Angel Hernandez does, and it costs me the game, I file a protest. And I keep protesting until Major League Baseball does something about these windbags.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this hour. 1 hour down and 2 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for zero down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Start the second half of the baseball season the right way and turn K's into cash and big hits into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook. Hey guys, I'm Stephen McCollum, and right now new customers can step up to the plate with a no sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just sign up using promo code Steve1580 to place your first bet, and FanDuel will give you up to $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel is a great app. I love using it because it's got great promotions every day, safe and secure app, and you get paid fast when you win. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Steve1580 to get started with your no sweat first bet up to $1,000. 21 plus and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text next step to 53342. Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event, here to tell you about Access Property Advisors. When I need to buy or sell properties or get them rented out, Access Property Advisors gets me the best sales price or lease terms to make my rental properties profitable. Jason Sellers has an impressive team of professionals at Access Property Advisors, experts in just about anything you can need with real estate. So whether you want to find the home of your dreams, sell your home, or manage your rental property, do what I do and give Access Property Advisors a call at 602-614-5590. That's 602-614-5590, or visit accesspropertyadvisors.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Hey, remember how 20 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, now it's the future, and I used all those savings to buy this new hologram phone. Because, it's the future, and everything is holograms now.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rhodes in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And again, I just wanted to tell everybody, if you have tried to get into one of our fantasy football leagues, and I said, yeah, okay, I'll get you in there, but you haven't seen your invite, please email me and let me know so I can make sure that you get invited. We are still building more leagues, so we got room for everybody. Not a problem. I've had these 2 pesky slots that popped up open. I've been trying to throw people in there, but for some reason it just ain't taken. So I have a feeling maybe somebody has not seen their invites on the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues. We do this on the NFL platform. So if you're looking for an email from the Daily Blender, that's not the one you need to look for. You need to look for something coming from NFL.com. Check your spam.
Yeah.
If you try to get in and it doesn't work, send me another email and I will get you in someplace. So there you go. And there's money on the line. You want to be in there. $100 if you win the league you're in, and a chance to move up to the Premier League later on.
I am.
Yes, Randy.
I want to file a complaint. You're the commissioner of the Premier League.
Okay. What's your complaint?
No, file a complaint against Box of Screws. He's already talking crap, and we haven't even done anything yet.
Well, what's he saying?
Thanks for getting me in the Premier League. Now to dismantle the Kraken.
Why is he coming after you?
I don't know what the hell his problem is,
What
but
did
he's
you do
already
to him?
starting crap. I haven't done anything.
I got a feeling you had to have done something or said something.
Box
Because
of Screws. If
why?
you're out there listening, I'm formally lodging a complaint. And then during the season, I will kick your ass.
Well, first off, I can't accept the complaint because
Why
he's
not?
just talking smack, and
Why
that's
not?
what you do in fantasy
I
football.
want you to punish him in some manner.
Well, I'm not punishing anybody.
I need punishment.
I'd have to punish Rosalie Michaels for talking crap to me.
I don't want that to happen because
Why?
that's
Well,
Rosalie
she talks
Michaels.
the same kind of crap to me.
Well,
It's called
you're like
talking smack,
You're
Randy.
like a brother and sister, and I
Yeah,
can't
that's
be
true.
in this because everybody knows she likes me better than you.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
Bottom line is, Box of Screws needs to have that's one
Okay.
like that. Just I need commissioner.
Denied.
One. That's
Denied.
one.
Denied. I'm not. Listen,
Damn.
you're a big boy. Pull up your skirt, get in there, and talk some smack back,
I
Randy.
haven't worn a skirt since St. Patty's Day.
All right. Well, then get in on get after it. You know,
It's not a skirt. It's a kilt.
throw down. Get on there. That's what fantasy football. That's one of the fun things is all the
Well,
smack talk.
I was trying to stop it before it. But you've been warned, Mr. Commissioner. You have been.
Don't warn
warned.
me nothing, man. Smack talk is okay, to a point. Let's not get stupid.
Keep it focused on the football,
And I
and
wanna
you'll be okay.
File a complaint. Who's the deputy commissioner?
There is no
I need
deputy
to-
commissioner.
Hey, who do I lodge?
Also,
buck
Jeffrey
stops
O'Brien.
here.
Can I like the waiter last night at the place I was at?
All right, Karen, who you want to see the manager?
We were the only people. My family got together. Tragically, we had a loss in our family, and everybody's coming into town. And so last night we had an informal kind of get together at a local establishment. I won't name it what it is because I'm not that dude. But this guy,
You can tell
was,
me.
So it was Uncle Sam's.
Okay.
Up on.
Yeah, we don't have to tell anyone.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to say it on the air though.
All right, don't say it on there. Don't
Between
say
you and-
Uncle Sam's on the air.
Yeah, don't say it.
Okay.
Anyway, so this guy was bringing her food out, and they had the damn thing. So we were the only people in this area. There was 4 people in the restaurant at the bar. Okay, we were the only people in this area, and they had the thing so loud. And well, I'm already sonically challenged. I'm audiology challenged.
Yeah, and you brought me down with you. Go ahead.
Well, no, that was of your own volition, not mine.
We'll get back to that later.
Anyway, the guy, I can't do that. That's the boss. Okay, well, let me talk to the boss. Oh, he's almost home. Well, great. Let me talk to the boss who's your boss here tonight. Which waitress is your boss here tonight? And he didn't like that very much. He said, "Oh no, I'm the manager here." I said, "Well, then do something about this so we can at least talk. So we don't have to yell at you." He did. Needless to say,
did you go up and unplug the TV?
I almost had to.
Mhm.
I started to go, to the men's room and then try to make a dart towards the back of that jukebox machine. Accidentally slide in there and pull the plugs out.
Yeah,
and stick something metal in there so it just electrifies and shorts itself out so it can't be plugged back in.
So what happened?
I didn't make it. We had to end up screaming. I didn't hear half what everybody was saying.
They were probably talking about you.
I had to ask Miss Kim, did you hear what the hell they were talking about? So she filled me in on the way home.
That's pretty rude. They wouldn't accommodate.
No.
Turn the damn stuff down.
I don't know what we were talking
Yeah.
about. How did we get on this?
Well, I don't know. Well, you were trying to make a complaint to me, the commissioner.
Oh, yeah.
Then I said denied.
I need to talk to your manager then.
There's no manager.
Now,
So
Keon,
you take
lodge
it
a
or leave
complaint
it.
with you, Keon.
I have no power. I am not in any way commissioned or deputized.
And I don't say
handling,
anything that,
fantasy football
as you
business.
all know, I don't talk trash to anybody. I don't make waves. I just go through the season, and I got a box of screws giving me a headache already giving me a headache.
Well, welcome to the club. We all take a turn. Everybody gets somebody, and the Boogies team name is still Jeffrey has never beaten Boogie. He still has that as his team name. Do I complain about it? Do I cry about it? No.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Boy, I tell you what,
not going to punish boxes group.
Be me for about 10 minutes and see how it feels. Yeah,
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
I get all kinds of smack talk all over the place.
You're young and nubile. I'm like the old lion.
That's right.
If
if anybody sees Jeffrey O'Brien, they're just going to go, nubile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young and nubile.
Sure.
I'm the old lion that kind of lays in the corner, and you come around me, I just give you a whack.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Standing next to you,
Yeah.
nubile, but not standing next to you.
Well, no, you're pretty young and nubile. I mean,
people talk louder when
right,
I'm around now.
You're senior citizen. What's that?
They talk louder when I'm around now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again?
888-368-1580. Kiss the Cook says, can I wear my kilt? Hell yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't.
As long as you have the knife in the sock.
Well, I don't want to talk about people bringing weapons. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey has a vial of what? I think his hearing's pretty bad too. Hefty Lefty says, you could tag the business on Twitter, Randy. Doesn't seem to help, doing that sort of thing for other people. Big George says, Randy, I am the deputy commissioner. No, he's not.
Who was that? Hey, George?
George think, no, you're not, George.
Hey, George, I'd like to open up a lawsuit against Box of Screws, please.
Okay, I'll let you guys sort that out someplace else. Let's see. Florida Mustard says, scenario. All three of you are standing in the field. 500 third graders charge. Your only weapon is a fifth of Jack Daniels. How many third graders are you guys mowing down before being overcome? Well, Randy would have already drank in the fifth, and maybe he would break the bottle and use that as a weapon. I don't need it. I mean, I don't think any of us need weapons. I feel like I think we're taking them all, man.
I mean, why third graders? They're like puppies.
Yeah, I think we could probably clear it. I think we'd be fine, Florida.
Why
Mustard.
not like junior high schoolers? Now we're talking. Okay, I would just I would take them all out.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like our chances against 500 third graders. Not worried.
But third graders,
not at all.
No, it's.
I mean,
like, those are like Saint Bernard puppies.
Cardio, I think, is in Keon's favor, so he'd probably be able to clear the most. I'd be second most, and Randy would just be back there, just for, stragglers who come by.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Keon gets tired and I get tired, then Randy is all fresh and ready to go. So
Yeah.
I think we would do a
Not third graders,
single file. We would be single file, and then just clearing them out as we go.
I thought we would. It wouldn't be the single. We'd go kind of that delta formation.
Well, there's only three of us.
Yeah.
So we can't delta.
Keon would be the tip of the.
Yeah, he'd be the tip of the
point
spear.
Yeah. And then you and I on either side there, kind
Yeah.
of flanking him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. But I think you should hang back a little bit so you're fresh for when Keon and I are
No,
exhausted.
That's true. That's true.
You got to be smart about this.
All right.
Hey, because 500 third graders come at you, and someday they will. You just got to have a plan. Let's see. Swazman says, hi, guys. Back here in San Diego for a month. House sitting, pet sitting. Randy, 78 degrees here. How's the weather back there in the valley? It's not bad.
Well, it's stormy in the West Valley right now.
Is it really? Still?
Yeah, I am checking the. I better roll the music. I mean, if we're going to do this,
Although it's perfect weather here right now.
1580 Fanatic Harmon Solar Weather Center. Chief meteorologist Randy White. We got a storm warning in the West Valley, and my God, look at it! Lightning, rain. There's a flash flood watch in effect until later this evening. 60% chance of thunder showers throughout the valley. Currently in the West Valley, 103. It is 101 downtown. 102 in the West Valley right now. This weekend, a cooling trend, 96 for the high on Friday, 90 for Saturday, and 92 on Sunday. From the 1580 The Fanatic Harmon Solar Weather Center Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeff Cope.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Thank you, Randy. Okay, so Swazman also has a sports question. He says, sports-wise, does Randy think that the Birds can beat KC and Mahomes?
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
First game of the season, everybody's going to be juiced up. The Birds are at
Wait,
home.
Everybody's on steroids?
No.
Oh.
Extra adrenaline.
Oh, okay.
Except for D-Hop, he'll be on the steroids.
Yeah, he'll be on steroids.
But then he won't be playing.
No, he won't be playing.
But the rest of the Cardinals team will be all jacked up, ready to go. And you know what it's like first game out of the gate for a professional ball club. You want to get out there and really mix it up. So I expect the Cardinals to win. I expect it to be a pretty close game. maybe 21-17 final score Cardinals.
Wow. Yeah, he gave you a whole prediction and everything, Swozman. I'm surprised. I would have said, yeah, maybe.
Well, you asked me to elaborate. I gave you my elaboration, and
fine job. No, I'm not.
I will give you my rant, my Cardinals prediction.
Not complaining
when we do that.
I think you did a very fine elaboration.
We should quit complaining about it.
Not complaining.
No, it's just bold.
Maybe you should quit being such a little baby.
21-17.
Sensitive little baby.
Cardinals, and Jeffrey doesn't matter.
Baby. Sheriff Tom says, Randy, you need something taken care of. Oh, no.
I have pulled in this town, gentlemen.
Time out, Sheriff Tom. It's just two fantasy football teams talking smack at each other. Holster that thing and let's just see how it goes.
That's what she said.
It's good to it's good to know Sheriff Tom has some back.
Sheriff Tom is ready to put a box of screws back in the toolbox.
He's going to put him in a box. Boomer Sooner says, okay, Jeffrey, me and you at the draft, arm wrestling. Yeah, okay.
I think we should do that. We should actually do that.
Right.
We for $5 to Arizona Sports Angels.
Oh no,
taking you on in thumb.
It's gonna
wrestling.
be more than $5.
Thumb
wrestling.
Thumb wrestling.
Yeah,
$5 a shot.
We were going to do a thing where we took a $10 donation or more, and we would give you a copy of the Manstitution, a fine printed copy of the Manstitution of the United States of America, as written by me, Jeffrey O'Brien, forward by Randy White. But we can't get anybody to work the money table that isn't going to be drunk.
Miss Kim is going to be calling your lovely bride, and they're going to talk about details.
Is she going to be drunk?
No, she's not going to be drunk.
Can she count while she's drunk?
Oh, hell yeah. She's a good count.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe we'll still do that. So, but I'd rather people just donate money, get a copy of the Manstitution, rather than me having to break people's arms. I don't want to break an arm.
There you go.
I don't think that's right.
Well, I don't mean arms. The thumb wrestling. You're undefeated.
We could break somebody's thumb.
You are the world champion thumb wrestler.
I am undefeated. I'm not the world champion, but I am undefeated.
$5 a match.
I think
$5 a match.
10.
$10 a match.
I've never thumb wrestled for so little, but okay. Hefty Lefty says 50 high school seniors are the brain of third graders, or 500 third graders the size of high school seniors. Well, now you're just getting weird, Hefty.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, can I just be honest with you? I don't even know if I need Keon and Randy to take out 500 third graders, because once you do is you take down the first third grader and use them as a weapon. And as you're swinging that thing around, just taking people out left and right, it's easy. You're going to lunch soon. You know,
all
what
I have to do is have exactly one piece of candy, put it on Keon, and say, "Keon's got the candy," and then you and I walk out.
You don't even have to put actual candy. Just say Keon's got the candy, and then Keon's like, "Ah!" and he starts running, and then we just go get in the car and drive away.
Yep, that's it.
They'll never catch me. They're third graders.
Oh no, they can be pretty quick.
Short, stubby legs.
I hope your cardio is on point, because you're going to need it.
That's a little off right now, but it's. I'm not scared.
Keon's going to be at the gym, and they're like, "Why are you working out so hard?" 300 third graders. My God,
you never know. Okay, they could come from anywhere at any time. You got to stay prepared.
I don't know. This is Question Randy Day. Randy, what's your favorite war movie? Says Jag Dog.
Oh gosh,
Saving Ryan's Privates.
No.
Oh,
although that was intense.
Favorite war movie.
War movie. Let me think about this. Probably the original Midway. The original Midway.
Tora.
Oh yeah, Tora.
How about your favorite TV show of all time?
Oh, wow. Boy, I don't know.
You've stumped him.
Yeah, I can't give you a. I've watched so much TV in my lifetime. I can't give you. Maybe NBC's Baseball Game of the Week with Kurt Gowdy and Tony Kubek. There you go.
Berg shows me proof of his $25 bet that the Phoenix Suns will win the championships at plus 600. He will get paid out 175. So he really did do it.
Good job, Berg.
Berg says, listen, Randy is a fantasy football powerhouse. We should not talk trash to Randy. Keon, on the other hand, old bye-week Keon.
Wow, it was me and Randy at the bottom of the league, but somehow Randy's the powerhouse and I'm the bye week. Don't worry, Berg. We got something for you.
Baby Got Dak says, Randy, I will now make it my 2022 Facebook mission to fantasy football mission to talk anybody who smack talks you in the Premier League.
Oh,
I
boy.
got your back, Randy.
Thank you. I
That's
appreciate
right.
that.
New addition to the Premier League of the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues. Baby Got Dak.
Thank you.
Papa
Box
Mike.
of screws. I've got some pull around here.
Papa Mike, who we have not heard from in quite some time, says, Chief Meteorologist. Why aren't you Supreme Chief Meteorologist, Randy?
Well, after the news from today, I will be talking to Radio Ron about that upgrade.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to put a medal on Randy's chest to get him good again. Big George says, Randy's not a baby. He's a man. He's the man. You guys are Judge Stratus. He's a man.
I don't drive a Dodge Stratus.
It's a Saturday Night Live reference. Don't worry about it. Okay. Mr. Pink Eye says, does Sheriff Tom know about cell phones owned by incarcerated guys? You shut your mouth, Pink Eye. Snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Okay.
No squealers on this show, Pink Eye.
I am a little worried. We have not heard from the incarcerated one today.
I think he's biding his time.
I'm going to be worried every time he's not on the text line now. I'm like, oh my God, they caught him. And that's it. That's the end for him.
I bet he's fine.
I hope so. But yeah, I wish he was able to text it, because I would ask him, do they say that in prison? Snitches get stitches?
No, I just think they go right to the stitches part.
They go right to the stabbing.
Then that's something that you have to know before you wind up in prison.
Gotcha.
They're not warning you once you get there.
Yeah, no.
I get you. So it's just straight up stabby. Okay. Last Optimist says, I will be at the Cardinals Chiefs games in my Warner jersey, along with my brother-in-law, and he'll be in his Joe Montana Chiefs jersey. I'm hoping for a 27-24 Cardinals victory.
Well, that'd be a good one too. Yeah. Or 21-17 Cardinals. Either way.
Boogie says, I'll work the money table. Can't trust you. And really, you can't trust me either, because Boogie and I put way more money in than we should have in joint custody of a kangaroo. Schrock was probably not the best investment of our money. It has given us some joy, but it's also given us quite a few headaches. So sorry, Boogie, neither you or I will be working the money table. Action Jackson says, Fury. Definitely the best war movie.
Fury was a good one.
That was good.
But see, you got to remember my age range, though. Got to remember my age range.
Yeah. Randy was alive during Midway.
Yeah.
Booger Wolf says, hey, what do you know? It's the Stinky and Halitosis show featuring the Booty Rash. Hey, at least he's not calling you Salamander.
I mean,
I'm guessing you're the Booty Rash.
I want to be Stinky.
I don't even
want to
know
be Stinky. You're Halitosis.
what I am anymore, but whatever. Man.
Booger Wolf, can you explain which of us is which on there?
I don't even.
I kind of want to be Stinky out of that list to be nice. Nobody wants to be Booty Rash.
Nobody wants to be Booty Rash. No.
King Kitten says, hey, Rando Waitino, the skies are getting dark. The wind is whipping in the North Valley. What's going on? Well, we already covered that, King Kitten.
Yeah.
It's called weather.
Already did that.
It's moving in and monsoons. You'll be fine.
Hot boobs are lowering into the valley.
Go out in the yard and hold a metal pole over your head and just wait. You'll be fine.
Do that.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't do that.
Kiss the Cook says, okay, here's what you do. You share with the third graders 750 milliliters, 5 milliliters a piece. Will take out 150 of those ankle biters. You get them some alcohol in them. Full metal jacket right there. Okay.
Or
if they're rushing you and you're like, drink this, I don't think they're going to stop.
No.
Have you ever seen just a bunch of third graders on a sugar rush?
Yeah.
You can't reason with them.
Yeah. Unless you can get them the whiskey beforehand, Kiss the Cook. That is not a good strategy. Twitty says, best war movie? We Were Soldiers Once. And
that
Young.
was a great one.
Factual depiction.
That was a great one.
Berg says, some second and third graders are faster than you'd think. That sounds a little creepy when you say it that way.
That part in We Were Soldiers.
Berg is like, I can't get all of them in the band.
The guy was behind enemy lines and he had buried himself in the ground there. And just his eyes were poking through so he could see what was going on. Oh my God. Oh, that was great.
Spoiler alert.
That was great.
I didn't know that. Was that a Mel Gibson movie?
Yeah, We Were Soldiers. You have to watch it. It's factual.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, lots of sirens up here in North Phoenix. Don't know what's happening. Well, neither do we. So, Boogie says, but what if, now hear me out, we double down and we buy a second kangaroo. So Schrock has a cigar smoking, whiskey drinking buddy, huh? And then we can find them sponsors. I like your thinking, but we can't use charity money for that. It has to come from our own bank accounts, Boogie.
Yeah.
But listen, Buddy the dog at my house, I've been saying for I don't know how long, he needs a friend. I think he needs a friend to have fun with and play with and get a lot of the energy out with. And then my wife is like, oh God, she's like, I don't need another one. And I'm exhausting enough for her. And then the dog, right? So yeah, Boogie. I'm in for another kangaroo, but not with charity money. All right, listen, there's a lot of text on the text line. I'm trying to get this damn show started, but you guys on a Wednesday are insisting on making this a Friday show. But I do have much to talk about in the world of sports. Tons of the NFL are right ahead. Plus, even our man card, a man of the day, it's a sports theme. So let's get to work on this, guys. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's time once again for the Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. Set your picks each week and see if you are this season's best game picker. Play against the Fanatic Air Staff. Play against your fellow listeners. First prize is $1,580. Second place is $500. Thanks to our great friends at Harmon Solar. The Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. From your home for the NFL, playoffs, and Super Bowl in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hi, Jada Cantor here, Desert Wholesale Diamond. I'm Diamond Dave's daughter. For over 31 years, my dad has been importing directly from overseas and building beautiful rings for clients, all at wholesale prices. How can he do what no one else can? He grew up in my grandpa's 22-store chain, starting part-time at age 13. And when he sold to the big chains, my dad started his own company in 1990. No one else with the fourth-generation connections, in-house importing, and design opens their office to individuals but him. He loves offering expertise to you so you can get a true wholesale deal and propose with the ring you never imagined possible. It's amazingly rewarding, and so many of his clients become friends. If you had a friend that could offer you a true wholesale deal on a diamond, wouldn't you call him? Well, now you do. My dad, Diamond Dave.
Call Diamond Dave at 480-397-2450 or reach him on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's Kantor, or visit him online at diamonddaveaz.com. That's diamonddaveaz.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. You know, the Lund Mortgage Team has been doing their thing for over 2 decades in the Valley, helping thousands of people in Arizona save money on their loans, get the best rate. They're mortgage brokers. They can shop it around for you. And now more than ever, it is so important to have a mortgage professional that's been around, that's seen the high rates, low rates, everything in between, because look, there's no sugarcoating what's going on right now. The rates are higher. However, the supply and demand, the whole how many houses are for sale in Arizona and what's going on, it's gone in favor of the buyer now. So if you're going to buy a new home, it is important to go and get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's not going to be your forever rate. That's important to think about. So lock it in, get the house of your dreams, and move on. But let the people at the Lund Mortgage Team do their job. All the heavy lifting from start to finish. They'll find you the best rate out there. Call 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or online, lundmortgage.com.
Fire up the band. It's time to play ball. We're serving up the best matchups on the college gridiron.
Touchdown! What a catch!
The power conferences, the biggest games, your favorite teams.
Under pressure, there he goes down.
Get all the action live on your home for football in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Don't forget, 1580 The Fanatic broadcasting live from Dave & Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace. This is happening Friday, August 26th, and Saturday, August 27th. 2 days of remote broadcast, 2 days of fun. It's going to be crazy, fun bunch of just drinking and carousing and fantasy football drafting at Dave & Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace. We'll be broadcasting our afternoon shows live and in person. Noon to 2 on Friday, it's the main event. And then 3 to 6 p.m., it's the Daily Blender. And then on Saturday, it's the big old Daily Blender fantasy football draft party. Going to start at 11 a.m. We'll have a live remote fantasy football broadcast. Rosalie Michaels will join us. And then, of course, after that, we're going to draft the Blender leagues, and we're going to just hang out and have a good time until we're just done partying. I mean, Boomer Sooner was probably wise to get a hotel room nearby. I think that was pretty smart right there. So if you see somebody wearing a lot of Oklahoma gear stumbling drunk towards the Hilton, that's Boomer Sooner.
Kind of like that.
Honk and wave. But listen, you don't have to be in one of our leagues to come and hang out, but it'd be cool if you wanted to join, because there is money on the line, $100 for the first place winners in each league and a chance to go to the Premier League. So Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Simply send me an email saying you want to be in, and I'll get you into one of the leagues. But again, if you have asked before and thought you were going to get in and never got the invite, please tell me immediately. I want to make sure everybody is taken care of. So anyways, let's get back to business. I hesitate to go back to the text line because I feel like everybody for like the third day in a row is trying to distract us so nothing gets done.
I can agree with that. It seems that way because yesterday, I mean, we did the pre-show,
right?
We were going through, we got a bunch
Tons
of stuff.
Yeah, we were ready.
And then maybe we started doing the show with 40 minutes left in the show.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. I will read your text, but before we do, I think it's important that we do find out who your man of the day is. Man card accreditation to this guy. He's an ultra marathon runner. Okay. And so that means that he's out there doing a 150-mile run. And so I guess all of a sudden, his followers see that he posts a video up on his social media, and he's just bleeding from the face. And he's like, whoa, I just got attacked by a coyote. And so, yeah, he's out there running. A coyote attacked him, tackled him. And he says, well, I had my little walking stick, the little pole I was carrying. So he's like, whack, and it ran off. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of brutal. And he's like dripping blood. He's like, I'm not sure really what to do here. I guess I got to keep going. But what if that thing and his friends come back? And so he's like, yeah, I've been attacked by a shark, now a coyote. And so he just kept on going. So man card accreditation to that guy getting attacked by a wild dog. I hope he got a rabies shot after that or something.
Wow.
But he just kept on going 150 miles. So he's like, and by the way, he says, listen, people, stop feeding the coyotes. He says, I've witnessed firsthand tourists have been feeding wild coyotes in the Marin Headlands of California. And he's like, well, this is why that dog was so bold to come up and bite me. The coyotes should not be fed by humans.
Yeah, I understand.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
The instinct is you see a dog shaped animal. And so you go, oh, I'm going to treat this like all the other good boys that I know. They're not like those. They're wild. They're not domesticated. You feed them. They feel comfortable around people, but that doesn't take the attack instinct out of them.
No, they are wild.
Well, and it's like the people of Yellowstone. They just get out of their cars because they see a bison.
Yeah. And by the way, it wasn't Yellowstone. It was Jellystone, where Yogi and Boo Boo lived. Those are the kind of bear, they'll steal your food, but they're generally not going to jack you up, right?
Don't do that.
So I'm saying it's not Jellystone, it's Yellowstone. If you go to Yellowstone, a bison will gore you, a bear will eat you, and they're not a selfie opportunity. They're wild damn animals, people.
Yeah.
Wild damn animals. So
wow.
Yeah.
There was like 3 attacks in 1 week from bison.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't even call it an attack. What I would call it is an experience.
I say, after the first attack, I'm like, you know what, honey, I think we'll stay in the car. Let's just experience it from here.
Says, don't get out of your car when bison around, stay in the damn car.
And then when you see the bison, they're not small.
The first person was probably surprised. The second person was like, well, that first one was probably a fluke. But if you're the third person, well, you're an idiot. You're beyond an idiot. They're all idiots. But that third person is exceptionally stupid.
There's no saving you.
We're going to just stay in the car, I think. This guy, another reason that he gets your man of the day award is he was like, he's like, I ran on so long. And he was like, I think I missed my stitches window. He says, my lips are now fuller and plumper than ever. That's nice. But he's just like, I'm just going to heal up from this. No stitches. But he looked like he needed them. He was dripping blood right out of his face. Right out of his, it's like the dog bit him on the mouth. I don't know. Maybe the dog was just trying to kiss him.
But
Or
with all
maybe it was a mother coyote.
It was being amorous.
Well, no.
And didn't know how to show
His
the coyote's true feelings.
Yeah, mouth wouldn't have been. Yeah, no.
Well, coyotes don't have lips. They got nothing but teeth, man.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Just saying.
No.
All right. I guess now I'm going to get back to the text line real fast. Then I got a ton of NFL. Okay, people, a ton, a metric schload. Let's see here. Boomer Sooner says, yeah, they'll jack you up in a hurry. They're wild. They're effing wild. It's called the food chain, people. And let's see. Big George says, what does this guy have against our local hockey team? The Arizona Coyotes have enough problems. They don't need man of the day attacking them. The dude was just running through California, Big George. I don't think that I don't think he was seeking out coyotes to French kiss. Okay. And Big George says, stop the presses. Do we have presses?
I don't think we do.
We got a printer that sometimes works.
Not our particular industry.
He says Shohei Ohtani just hit a 2-run homer for the Angels. Also of note, former Diamondback first-round draft prospect Touki Toussaint started the game. He was traded to the Braves for Phil Gosselin. Who? Thanks a lot, Diamondbacks, for trading away all our young pitching talent.
You could actually start an all-star team with.
I think Randy's not going to comment on Diamondbacks ever again.
I think yesterday he said he was done.
So.
Not this year. No.
Booger Wolf says, Randy, pour me a bud, you dirty turd bird. Then I'll go punch Coyote right in the face. The 49ers and Nick Bosa in particular are going to rip your Cardinals fans a new one. We're going to break your quarterback and send him to the minor leagues in Montreal.
0-3 last year. Mm-hmm.
He still hasn't told us which one of us is stinky halitosis or booty rash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not reading any more of your texts until you tell us. Boomer Sooner, thank you. Swuzman says, war movie, Heartbreak Ridge.
Oh, that's another good one.
Gunny Highway. Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, but the thing about that one is they incorporated the love story. Come on, man. Come on.
Swuzman says, I lost to your son, Jeffrey, in League 2. This year, my strategy is Kelsey, Herbert, wide receiver, running back.
What about Black Hawk Down? That was a damn good one.
That was stressful.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was very
Black
stressful.
Hawk Down was a rough one.
Turd Ferguson says, I guess I should check my email. I got it. Thanks, Jeffrey. All right. So because of the lag there, Turd, may I call you Turd? Or do I call you Mr. Ferguson? Because of your lag, if you can't get in because somebody else took your spot, let me know. I'll get you another place. The Berg says, Randy, will there ever be anyone as good as Dusty Rhodes?
No, Dusty Rhodes. Let me tell you something, Daddy. Dusty Rhodes is a one of a kind. Dusty Rhodes is one that you will never see again. Dusty Rhodes is an all-American. Dusty Rhodes is an all-American. That's why he is one of a kind. When you talk Dusty Rhodes, you're talking the greatest of all time, Daddy. The greatest, Daddy, of all time.
Yeah. Okay. Jagdog, okay, that was one of the things we were going to talk about. So maybe this will help us get into football. He says Chiefs wide receiver McCole Hardman got carted off the field today with an injury. I guess that's one less weapon for Mahomes versus the Cardinals.
Listen,
you don't want to see that.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. And you'd love to see everybody healthy and everybody come in here and everybody play a good game. You don't want to see those sort of things. That's terrible, I think, for the Chiefs. And my granddaughter is a big Chiefs fan, so I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm kind of happy.
Yeah.
But one less weapon, but
you didn't ask for it, but you're not sad that you're in this situation.
Yeah. Still
sorry,
Juju Smith-Schuster over there. There's still, Marquez Valdez Scantling.
Yeah.
They still got one.
Listen, the Valdez can go ahead and run aground somewhere else, but here at Cardinal Stadium, we're going to take care of business.
We're going to keep it clean. Fish Tank says the Dolphins play Detroit Boogies and Minnesota Donnies this year. So that trash talk is going to be flying this year. That's good. That's the way it should be. Randy, you just got to get used to it when it comes your way.
Well, it was surprising. It was surprising, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Sometimes we're not expecting that.
It was out of nowhere. I did nothing to instigate this sort of trash talk.
Smack talk before you've even drafted is a little odd to me. I will acknowledge that.
He wants all of you, Randy. Heavy Metal Maniac says, Randy, you're the best weatherman in all radio stations combined. Don't get down on yourself. Can I get a weather report? It looks pretty cloudy. Well, we just did one a minute ago, so
kind of did that.
If you don't mind waiting until the next hour, but there you go. Florida Mustard says, I'm telling you all, it'd be like a swarm of bees, and if one of them third graders, oh my God, can you just move on?
We could just listen.
He says, if one of them lands a sack tap, you could be done for. That's all it takes. I'm telling you, right there. Florida Mustard, I think we've already answered your question, and I feel like we could survive it. Hefty Lefty says, I like Tropic Thunder. That's not really a war movie, but okay, I'll allow it.
It takes place in a war zone, but it's not a war movie.
No.
So, by the way, that dude that was running should have open mouth kissed the coyote. Worked for that Russian lady that made out with wolves. Remember her? Oh, that's so gross when I see that.
No.
Twittiot says, thanks for using the term Team Bison. If you use the term buffalo, guys like me be wondering why upstate New Yorkers are hurting tourists out west. Glendale Runner says, light rain falling at 59th and Thunderbird. Yankees falling in the standings. And when Kyler Murray falls, well, he doesn't have far to go. That's an epic text.
Wow.
Thank you, Glendale Runner. That is a great text right there. That might just be text of the day. I mean, yeah, we're kind of getting tired of the short jokes, but that was pretty well constructed, I think.
Very well.
Yeah, very nicely done. King of Kittens says, war movie, Big Red 1. No idea what that is.
That was so sad, though. Big Red 1.
No idea.
Oh, you've got to look it up, Jeff. Go.
How old is that movie?
Old, but oh gosh.
I like to chew Big Red, but the flavor runs out pretty quick.
No, Big Red 1. One of the legendary World War II divisions of the Army. Big Red 1. Got to watch it.
Natty Daddy says, what happens to Geno Smith week 1 if he shows out on Thursday with lockout? Who cares? I'm not trying to be rude to you, Natty Daddy.
Are they winning either way?
Yeah, either way, it's an L for Seattle and a W for anybody lucky enough to show up on the schedule.
They're just in a bad situation. I mean, if I'm Pete Carroll, why am I starting Geno Smith? Why?
Because I looked at next year's draft. That's the only explanation I have.
But I know that. But why wouldn't you put Locke in there? Why not go with the young guy?
He's got the COVID right now. Burger Wolf clarifies. Jeffrey is stinky. Randy is the candy white is the halitosis. Keon's the booty cheek rash.
You have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
And now he's added cheek to it.
Yeah, he just added another word to you have a good day. I don't think we can ever be friends, but you have a good day.
I said good day.
Wow. Hamilton Porter says, will Keon's team name be bye week this year?
Oh, boy.
I actually did consider that, but no.
What is your team name?
It's the Hogs football team.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But now that they're not the Washington football team, I feel like I usually change my team name every year just to be goofy.
Dude,
so I don't know.
You put way too much thought into this.
Boogie put too much thought into this. He says, after the first 100 third graders, I'd keel over out of breath and let the next 100 take me out. You know, it'll take him like an hour, but I'd be done. Wow. Well, see, Boogie, it wasn't just one of us. It was 3 of us. So I think we could survive it. You against 500? No, you're done. King Kenton says, Ohtani hit the home run, but Seattle won the day game in Anaheim 11-7. And I checked the game out on the YouTube this afternoon for free. All right. Thank you for that update. We now must take a break. When we come back, I'm ignoring your text for a minute so we can get this thing rolling. I got NFL quarterbacks to talk about. I got a lot of stuff happening in the NFL. There's so much we need to talk about. Come on back, kids. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940 or online, lundmortgage.com.
Hey guys, time to get your fantasy football on. Be part of the Daily Blender Fantasy Football League. See if your team has what it takes to take on the Blender personalities of the fourth dimension. You could win $100 from our friends at Harman Solar if you win your league. To sign up, just email me, blender@1580thefanatic.com. Blender@1580thefanatic.com. That's blender@1580thefanatic.com. Oh, wait, you should probably listen to the show too. It's the Daily Blender Fantasy Football League, only from 1580 The Fanatic.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Hey, remember how 20 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, now it's the future, and I used all those savings to buy this new hologram phone. Because, it's the future, and everything is holograms now.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Did you know that Constructors Bonding has been Arizona's leader in surety management for over 40 years? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than anyone, anywhere. Contractors, developers, attorneys, car dealers, and hundreds of other industries turn to Constructors Bonding for their bond solutions. Call me personally at 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution for better bonding.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And before anybody starts any more crap on the text line, I'm going for it. Let's talk some NFL quarterbacks right here, right now. So the Joe Burrow appendix thing, the reason it's taking him longer to get back than you would have thought is, he just had this little juicy tidbit. Hey, yeah, it wasn't normal appendicitis. It burst. So I guess his appendix popped, and that's why. Because when that happens, they got to do a thing, clean you out. They got to give you antibiotics. You got to make sure you don't, die, because you can die of a burst appendix if you're not careful. So he's lost some weight, and he's not telling anybody how much he lost. But it's going to take him a while to really be 100% back after that. But I'm sure he'll be fine. I mean, maybe it might be rough. Do you think he'll play the first game of the season? He may not.
Boy, I don't think so.
Who's his backup right now? I can't remember. In Cincinnati, it used to be Andy Dalton.
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw will come out. They'll stitch 2 uniforms together just so I can get around him.
It's Brandon Allen.
Oh, it might as well be Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah. Byron Allen? The comedian? And by the way, Byron Allen was like, "Oh, me and my group, we almost bought the Denver Broncos. We'll get the next team." You're like, dude, you weren't even in the top 5 in the conversation to actually get that. And I appreciate Byron Allen, making it go. But let me just fill you guys. He's not funny. He's never been funny. All he's done is get a bunch of people around him to contribute. He basically did a let's buy an NFL team GoFundMe with people who had actual money. But no, Byron Allen, have you ever seen him be funny? Have you ever seen Byron Allen do comedy?
No.
There's a reason for that. He had some TV show that I was flipping through, and there's Byron Allen, and I was like, is that Byron? Well, I can't watch this, Cliff.
Oh, no.
It's bad. But whatever the case, he seems like he can get $5 billion together. But no, the true story behind it is not high on the list of all the people that were trying to buy the Denver Broncos. Hefty Lefty says, you mean Barry Allen, a.k.a. The Flash? Yes, nerd. That's exactly who we're talking about. Big George. Big George was watching on the YouTube, and I found this. I'm just going to go ahead and retweet this. I found this video, and it looks like a truck that has been, flipped over upside down, but a dude is driving down the road in it. So I'm going to go ahead.
Upside down truck, and the guy's driving it.
Yeah, I can show you here on the YouTube, but I'll repost that on the Twitter so people can see. Somebody spent an awful lot of money just to mess with people's minds as he drives down the road. So basically, he's done a modification of this vehicle. I know it's not clear. He did a modification of a Chevy S10. He turned it upside down, put wheels, so it looks like a car that's turned over is driving down the road. I just did it on the Twitter. You can take a look at Radio Pal 1580. So you can see it. It's trippy when you first see it. You're like, what? So if you're driving down the road, that's gonna mess your head up a little bit. But you know how much money it costs to mod a vehicle like that? Underneath that truck, there probably is a different car. You know what I mean? Like an actual car that carries the weight of the emptied out truck, but it's not a truck. So trust me, go look at it. There's a lot of money in this guy just trying to screw with your head. I bet he gets pulled over a lot. I mean, it has to prove that thing is roadworthy to have a registration. So go to my Twitter there at Radio Pal 1580 and see what that is. Randy is at
Radio 8777.
Sorry, I just blanked there for a second.
That's okay.
And Keon is Keon is bootycheekrash.com.
I don't. Oh wow! I actually thought you were gonna be happy with the new turn of events. I'm at Sports Cloud 1580.
Oh, what? Did you really?
I remembered to change it.
Wow, I don't follow you, so I wouldn't know.
What?
I added the 1580. But now,
oh, that's nice.
There you go.
Two of us have. Randy, two of us have.
As soon as one of you guys show me how to change it, I'll put Randy 1580.
All right. Next time you are sitting next to me, hand me your phone. I'll take care of it.
The next time I'm sitting next to you, Jeffrey.
No, with your hand not on my knee.
What?
Yeah. Okay. The next time we're sitting a few seats away from each other.
You promised.
Never promised you anything. Booger Wolf says, Randy, I smoked a 12-pound brisket Sunday. Didn't get a chance to taste it because Jeff's mom jumped the backyard fence and ate it.
He said, oh, man. That was your mama joke?
I don't even care. That was good. That was good, Booger Wolf. My mom jumped. Oh, I'm going to kill you. Boogie says, Keon, your team name should be Participation Trophy.
Oh, man.
Oh, you mean the thing that I never got in my life? Yeah, okay.
You were so bad you didn't even get one of those?
They just weren't giving them out.
Swazman says, Jimmy G to Seattle does make sense. Pete Carroll would like the Chicago kid. Very consistent. Well, it's not going to happen, Swazman, because Pete Carroll is intent on tanking. Look for Jimmy G more likely to go to like the Browns or name a sucky team.
Probably not the Browns, probably the Giants. I agree with Keon. Keon first came up with that like 3 weeks ago. I bet once the 49ers are forced to release Jimmy G, and that will happen.
Because if he's on the
if he's on the roster past a certain date, he's guaranteed like, I don't know, $23 million or something. They're not going to pay that.
You know who could use Jimmy G more than anybody? 49ers. 888-368-1580.
I think the 49ers they're all in on Trey Lance. I think they're all in.
You know how I was really happy that LeBron James signed a multi-year giant contract with the Lakers? One of the reasons is they're taking up a bunch of cap space. They're not going to get any help.
Lakers.
Second, this means that same core that has been crapola for all this time will continue to be crapola. It makes me happy. So, Randy, seeing the 49ers doing what they're doing right now, it's got to make you happy. Same reason, same way, right?
I don't know, man. I'm a Cardinals fan. I don't know. I'll wait until we play the game.
You should fear no Trey Lance.
I don't know about that.
Should fear no
was,
Trey Lance.
Listen, when Trey Lance played against the Arizona Cardinals, he had a pretty damn good game.
Mm-hmm.
We won. We ended up winning. You got to remember who our defensive coordinator is. You got to remember who our defense is.
Yeah, but that was a moral victory for Trey Lance. Is that what you're saying? There's no moral victory.
No, it was not a moral victory. I'm just saying Trey Lance played well, and we got good, and our offense scored more points than the other team. That's the only reason we won that game.
Booger Wolf is upset, dropping the soap. Dropping the soap says, "Hey, you tell Booger Wolf, get off Mama's, as I just got off his."
Wow. Wow.
This is where we stand back and just let the texters do it to each other. Last Optimist says, watch the Niners and Green Bay games from last Sunday. Jordan Love looked better than Trey Lance. Okay, Last Optimist, respectfully, it's preseason. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. But speaking of Green Bay, very publicly, Aaron Rodgers, the honeymoon is over, and he's out there taking these young wide receivers to task, saying, dude, you dropped that ball. Oh, my God, these guys. So now he's already starting to lament the lack of, wide receiving talent that he has. And so I don't know if this was a wide receiver trying to get him back to I love everybody. You know, the guy who did all the drugs in the offseason, Aaron Rodgers. But, or somebody's just, had gotten him the gift and then they got trashed. You're like, well, I wish I'd never gotten him that gift. But somebody put, and he doesn't know who, the bust of Nicolas Cage in his locker. Not the literal head. It was a sculpture. Mm-hmm. It was, a bust. And because, remember when he came to camp in his tank top there and his hair is all weird. He looked like Nick Cage from Con Air. Right. So somebody gave him a Nick Cage bust and he says, yeah, somebody just sent this to me yesterday. No message or anything. So there it is up in his thing. So I think they were trying to, hey, let's get him happy again. You know what I mean? So he's like, I'm tired of you guys. Oh, look at this. This is really nice. Thank you so much.
Good luck being getting him happy again. He's a type A personality. He plays quarterback in the NFL. He's a high level quarterback and he demands perfection. I don't think we're going to see happy Aaron Rodgers until the end of the season.
He's a type AH personality, actually.
A little bit of both.
No, he's completely AH. There's no little bit. It's totally. So, I guess, Kumbaya time is over and the Aaron Rodgers we know and can't stand has shown back up again. I thought it would take longer, to be honest.
Have you guys noticed? Because one thing that I've noticed is since he's shown up, when he showed up, he was all tan.
Yeah.
His hair was flowing.
Greasy.
He got out there on the field. He was throwing the ball around. He's been out there now a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And the last time I saw him on camera, he's white. He's like pasty white. His hair, if he still has long hair, I don't know. He's got it pulled way back. He's got the Green Bay hat on. It's like, we're going to start the best people. He's talking coherent football ease.
Drugs are worn off, man.
I think
Look,
he's in hangover time.
That deep feeling of love that he keeps talking about, the thing that he got, that doesn't last forever.
My reason for getting up in the morning is these guys. I love coming out here. Everybody's beautiful. And now it's like, he's like pasty white.
Business time.
At first it was like, no, these are my guys. I love them. And then now, if you don't catch this football, you will be so far down the end of the bench, your family will never see you again.
They went to, I love you, man. You can get the bleep out.
I think it's
that
funny
fast.
As hell.
What are your hands made of bricks? Yeah, that's just
who is surprised? Who is surprised? Well, this is completely useless, but the miniature hand model, Kenny Pickett, he won Pittsburgh's annual home run derby. I didn't know the Steelers had a home run derby. It seems sort of odd, but I guess he got himself a little league bat with his teeny hands, and he, I guess, knocked some dingers out there, Randy.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know who's pitching, but I'm sure it's not a 100-mile-an-hour fastball or anything. But yeah, they went over to St. Vincent College there, and they threw some balls at these guys, and it was Kenny Pickett, the winner.
So they didn't set up a shorter fence. He hit it over the actual fence.
Well, I mean, they didn't give like full on details of how the fence is replaced or stuff like that, at least not in the story I'm looking at. But, Pickett was an all around athlete in high school. So, he's not a stranger to a baseball bat,
Well, good for him. Good for him.
I always said, have old Rapesberger go out there and pitch. Because I'd love to see him get hit by a line drive just a little bit. Cardinal Art says, I'm out in the old smoker smoking a few slabs of ribs, but I'm feeling drip drops. Getting a little bit of rain there.
What kind of ribs?
Yeah, what kind of ribs, Cardinal Art?
Spare ribs.
He says, "Okay, can I get a cold Schlitz Blue Bowl, please, Randy?"
Sure. Baby backs. Beef ribs.
Yeah, Cardinal Art, we need more info there.
Yeah.
Fighting Wampa says, Jeffrey, I got to correct you on your baseball references. Remember, they're called ding-dongs, not dingers.
That's right, ding-dongs.
Don't they call dingers too?
Well, they're called dingers too, but
so why correct me? I'm not wrong.
Isn't it more fun to say he hit a ding-dong?
Makes me uncomfortable.
I kind of like it.
I want to talk about other people's ding-dongs.
Wow, Shohei Ohtani hit a 2-run ding-dong tonight.
I don't want to talk about his ding-dongs.
Wow.
Sounds odd to me.
Ding-dong.
All right, okay, but I don't want to talk about anybody's ding-dongs. So to me, it was a dinger. Whatever works, okay? Whatever works. All right, guys, 2 hours down, 1 to go. It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Today on Hey Culligan, soft water, cleaner environment. What do you say, Greg?
Hey Culligan, are you saying if I have a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, I'm also helping the environment?
It sounds like you're saying it, Greg, and yes, you are, because with the Culligan high-efficiency water softener, you'll use less detergent, soap, and harsh chemicals, and that's good for the planet.
Now you're saying it.
You bet I am, Greg. Soft water and a cleaner environment is already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Kelly here with AC by J. It's hot and everyone expects me to talk about AC, but you know about our award-winning AC service. Did you know we do plumbing too? Whether you have a slow-draining sink, stopped-up toilet, a leaky faucet, or want soft water, you can trust the professionals at AC by J. We have plumbing down. Looking for upgrades, tankless water heater, or whole home systems, drains, mainline, or slab leaks? We have you covered. Call AC by J at 602-609-7664 or go to acbyj.com. Service you can trust from our family to yours.
I miss my baby. Someone stole my baby. By the way, my baby is my landscaping truck that was literally stolen from a job site. Baby, won't you please come home?
Owning a small business isn't always as lovely as it sounds, but with 30-plus customizable coverage options, Progressive Commercial keeps your business humming along. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
I love my sweetheart. By the way, that's my riding lawnmower.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting a K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people.
people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rhodes in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Cardinal Art's got some spare ribs going there. You love some rib tips right there.
Oh.
And Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner feels like I pick on him sometimes when his texts don't make sense. And Boomer, I'm just going to let you know right now, the end of your text doesn't make sense. So you may want to take a quick look at that. I'm going to read it. If somebody can translate for me, maybe. All right, so here's what he says. You guys hear the so-called experts are saying the 49ers are knuckleheads for not playing Jimmy Garoppolo and start AM Ardinium 70% winning percentage in the Super Bowl. You tell me. What are you humming there?
Boomer Sooner.
No, you can stop now. Anyway, so what does that mean? What I just read?
Well,
sounded like something from a chemistry class.
The second half of it,
they're knuckleheads for not playing Jimmy Garoppolo and start AM Ardinium.
Isn't that some
70%
sort of
winning percentage?
Isn't that chemical compound Ardinium? I'm pretty sure that's a compound.
Which one?
I don't know. I think it's in a dangerous bomb.
I don't know. And now he's going to get mad at me for bringing attention to this, but I just want to say, just like, you don't get mad at me because
he's going to get mad at you if you don't read it. We may need to report Boomer Sooner
for
ATF.
Is he making meth? Is that what that is for?
Ardinium?
I don't know. AM Ardinium.
AM.
Maybe that's the harmless kind.
That's even worse.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I don't need you mad at me, Boomer Sooner, but you can see what's going on here. So speaking of mad, why is Antonio Brown mad at Tom Brady and his trainer? Where did the hell that come from?
Are we going to actually ask this question like anybody knows what Antonio Brown is thinking?
I mean, it just doesn't.
Why? Who knows?
Comes out of nowhere. He's been quiet for a while. Somebody says, "Hey, are you going to play again?" He's like, "Have so and so call me." Everybody's like, "Ooh, yeah, Antonio Brown might be trying to come back." And like, did you think he got less crazy between the time he took his shirt off and stormed off the field on the Buccaneers last season and now? No. He's still got a lot going on there, but I guess he called out Tom Brady for not being on the field for his leave of absence, and I don't know why. And then he's like, he said some stuff about that Guerrero guy.
The way I understood what he said was basically, oh, Tom's manipulating things because he's a Hall of Famer. So he gets a leave of absence and nobody says anything. I walk up in the middle of a game and everybody's mad at me. And there is no equating the two things. Antonio Brown, Tom Brady in training camp told the team he needed a leave of absence and they gave it to him. You walked out in the middle of a game. There's no equal playing field.
And you didn't tell anybody either.
Yeah, you just walked off.
Yeah.
So here's a tweet. He says, Alex Guerrero, you think I wouldn't have smacked you at TB12, boy? Stop playing with me. Boy getting paid by bucks and taking players' money too.
You mean by doing his job?
Buccaneers.
Yeah, the TB12. Now, granted, it is a dubious, it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Belichick didn't like it either.
There is some cult weirdness going on with Alex Guerrero. That's probably a fair thought process.
Yeah. Like Guerrero came in and Tom Brady brought in the whole TB12 program and group of guys. And Belichick never liked it. He was never on board with Guerrero. So I understand that there's some lack of trust there. But Antonio Brown being the messenger does not make this work because Antonio Brown's not pointing out all of the little weird stuff. Antonio Brown's like, yeah, I'll slap you. Well, okay, that doesn't help us understand what's going on. So in true Antonio Brown fashion, he's taken a situation where he could potentially be correct and he's still wrong.
Well, I'm glad we straightened that out.
Antonio Brown, still nuts.
Some real fighting though going on in training camp. They had a practice between the Patriots and the Panthers, and here's the thing: in training camp, you shouldn't have NBA seating because that's football happening there, and then these giant men come spilling out on the sidelines. and there's some lady who's sitting there, and I guess something happened where Christian McCaffrey got tackled, and he got mad, and he spiked the ball in this other guy's direction, and so everybody started pushing and fight, and the whole thing is like, and just fell on this woman who now she's like, oh, my foot hurts. I got a swollen foot. She's basically like, millions right now. Millions. She's going to sue, I'm sure, but she refused medical help, so I guess her lawsuit's not going to do well. But yeah, Wise and McCaffrey both apologized. The Patriots says, hey, would you like some tickets for the season? Trying to
smooth it over.
Yeah, before the lawyers get involved. And so they threw a bunch of people out of practice, and it's been very, very chippy between the Patriots and the Panthers. Don't know why, but it has been. And I'm not a big fan of practicing with other teams. I'm just not. I don't like it.
Well, coaches like it because it allows, especially their defense, to hit somebody that's not their own team. They just generally.
Don't we have some retirees maybe looking for something to do? Get them padded up and out there. Let them hit the. You wake up hurting every morning. You might as well have a reason. Go by the Sunny Acres retirement home, and I'll take you. Yeah, I'm a woman. Doesn't matter. Get in the car.
I think some of those people would wake up with something maybe more than aches and pains, maybe some bruises, some broken bones, joints, whatever.
All right, let's get to. I don't know what to tell you. You go on and I don't know. Get some of these USFL players out there. Let them show up and take some hits.
I mean, that couldn't hurt, but you want to go up against an actual NFL defense. You'll be playing an actual, not a USFL defense. You'll be playing an NFL defense in about 2.5 weeks.
So I'll tell you what, the Patriots and Panthers are doing this right. You're not supposed to like the other team. You're not supposed to be friendly with the other team. They're the enemy. They're your opponent, and you shouldn't be out there. Let's run a drill. No, I'm here to ruin you. I'm here to win this game. I'm here because I'm angry. Yeah. I don't know. It just bugs me.
And we talk about.
I'm sure I'm wrong.
Not having a ton of meaning because teams don't really show you everything in the preseason. What they do is show a lot in these practices because there's no cameras there, so they can show more.
Come on, Bill Belichick's got cameras everywhere.
Okay, well, sure, but no cameras broadcasting to the entire league. The other team can see it, obviously.
Here's the thing.
You're playing and you don't have it out there on film, so you can actually show some of your stuff.
Here's the thing. You get these guys that go out there and they say, oh, none of our starters are going to play in any preseason games. And then you schedule these practices with other teams.
Yep.
Well, then why are your starters out there playing against these other teams in practice?
All started when Christian McCaffrey got tackled by Dietrich Wise, and then he got mad. So, yeah, you're absolutely right, Randy. You're absolutely right. If
you're not going to play the starters in preseason games, then don't put them in during these mixed team practices.
I think you got to play them in the mixed practices. Well, because it's not the same as preseason.
So let me run from it from this side. Brian Urlacher was in our studio before, Keon. It was way before you. And Brian,
it was also before Brian Urlacher went nuts.
Brian Urlacher he said some things that made a lot of sense to me. He said every time they would play a team, the defense already knew the play. They already knew the play that they were going to run on any given situation. And so they would adjust their defense for that play. For example, he said, Green Bay had a specific play they would run, in third down situations. They had a specific play. And so Urlacher knew they were going to do this based upon their formation. And he would call a defense to try to check that play. Why do you have these mixed team practices with guys who already know what you're going to do in a third down situation or in a goal line situation, and you run your starters out there if you're not willing to run them out there in a pre-game scenario?
Because the way that the practices work, your defense can show an exotic look. Your defense can show all kinds of things because it's not going to be on the preseason.
Okay.
I don't need to see Patrick Mahomes throwing the football against a vanilla cover 2. We know he can beat that. But when the defense is disguising stuff, that's I think when you need to
Am I the only person who pictured the defense wearing ultra long eyelashes for an exotic look?
And high heel cleats.
You know, that to me, that when you say exotic look, I'm just
Well, it's these looks that you think, oh, this is basic, and then it's got another few wrinkles to it that, you know, especially for younger players, they have to see that. How else are they going to learn? And they're not going to learn it in the preseason. So why would you play them there?
The only reason, if I'm a head coach of a football team, the only reason I could see doing a mixed practice is to put my rookies out there and guys trying to make the team to see what they can do against another team. That's the only reason I would have a mixed practice. Other than that, I'm not going to run any plays for anybody. I don't care if there's no cameras, quote unquote, or if there's 100 cameras out there. I'm still not going to run any plays for these guys.
Kyle G says, you ever have a crazy ex who doesn't get why you dumped her, and then she slashes your tires and spray paints your house and claims you're the crazy one? Yeah, that's Antonio Brown. Booger Wolf
very personal though.
Says Antonio Brown sounds like he'd be a horrible fourth dimension texter. I would take that fool to task and I'd punch him in the face. Because you're great, Booger Wolf. Good Cat says that Vontez perfect hit on Antonio Brown. That's a crazy gift that keeps on giving, isn't it? Random Texter says, Jeffrey, about the messed up text that he didn't understand. I bet you ever texted, it was voice texting, and they picked up a background conversation in the middle of the text. Oh, it could be.
It could be, but what we're asking is that you proofread it before you hit send.
You've got a history of these things happening, and then getting mad at me because I don't know what the hell you're saying.
Just read it real quick before you hit send.
But Brewer Sooner's credit, he says, okay, you got me. He says, I try so hard. I'm always in a hurry. Sorry, Jeffrey. Glad you could rag on me. See that passive aggressive thing right there?
Just a little bit.
He does not like that I ragged on him. Hefty Lefty says, Tom Brady, part of a cult? Shocked. Booger Wolf says, that schmuck just said, that he got off my mom, has it easy on Mother's Day. I mean, what can you give a test tube for a gift anyway? Cardinal Art says Keon should be an analytical radio personality, I think.
I try.
Isn't that what you're supposed to be doing?
I think that's my job.
What's my job?
Well, I mean, running the show, which you do.
Yeah. Monkey herder.
Well, that's disappointing.
Keeping us in line here.
So I'm a little bit, I'm feeling pretty good about some. Remember when I said the fix is in and this Peter Harvey guy is just a puppet to the NFL? And you're like, oh, no, he's independent. No, this just proves that I was right, because now he's saying that he's going to hold back from ruling in the Deshaun Watson case until the settlement talks can go no further. Why is anybody settling? First off, Peter Harvey's decision should come regardless of what the NFL and Deshaun Watson do. That was his task. But the fact that he's holding back only shows that he's a puppet, a pawn, whatever you want to call him. And this whole thing is just a damn farce. And if you're the NFL, why would you even consider a settlement unless you're trying to drag this out for a specific timing so that you get things done the way you want them to be done? So, I just don't think that there needs to be a settlement here. And if they do a settlement, which you see the Deshaun Watson get in towards the end of the season, I'm going to be very upset.
I hope he gets it worse than what the Jaguars fans gave him in that preseason week 1. That's what I hope. But I don't know if Harvey is necessarily a puppet. But if the league is going to,
he'd have ruled by now if he hadn't been.
This is the first time that they are doing this in this particular format. And if the league wants to be the one to step in it, not him, maybe he's just holding back so he doesn't look bad.
There's no stepping in it. There is no stepping in it. You know, the NFL should have just taken care of business. The NFL said full season. That's what we want. And that's what they should get.
And that's who I'm pointing the finger at. If the NFL actually gave it to them, that there is no settlement. When Deshaun's people reach out to the league, Roger Goodell or whoever is answering the phone should just hang up. Don't say anything.
Yeah, I am tired of the NFL pretending like they care. I'm tired of the NFLPA because they're just ready to fight for Deshaun Watson to have less games of suspension. It's like, I get it. You're the organization for the players, but that doesn't mean that you have to go ahead and step up for everybody. Because of what this guy did, maybe you hold back on this one and let him handle his own stuff and be the NFLPA for all the players that aren't out there sexually assaulting or harassing women. Be the NFLPA. Oh, I don't know, for all of the black players who were denied their benefits from the concussion thing because of race norming. Where are you on that? Why are you stepping up for someone like Deshaun Watson when you've got way bigger fish to fry as the union of the players? You don't need to be the union for a molester, for a guy who is, doing stuff to ladies. And, this is just, I'm sickened by the idea that the NFLPA is going to stand up for this guy one moment. That just makes me like, okay, I don't even care what happens going forward. I don't care if the NFLPA gets what they want in contracts or CBA. I don't care if the NFL expands as whatever. I'm really sickened by this entire process.
Yeah, there's nobody looks good in all of this. The longer it drags out, the worse everybody looks. The more negotiating, as though this was something that was even worth negotiating and shouldn't have just been signed, sealed, and delivered. You're not playing this year. The fact that we have any of this going on is pretty terrible. And I also think that the NFLPA, if you actually allowed Deshaun Watson to be punished for the heinous thing that he did to the full extent of the league rules, it's actually better for guys who get punished too much for lesser stuff.
Yeah,
you're actually able to
help
scale
more
that
people
properly.
Yeah, I don't mean to get heavy, but just seeing them like, oh, we're going to fight this. Oh, you're going to fight for, well, you could call a rapist. Okay, sure. All right. Now we know who you are, NFLPA.
Maybe not a rapist, but certainly a sexual deviant.
Sexual assault, Well,
the first judge said deviancy. And
you want to try to put a nice thing on it, but if my sister
I'm not trying to put nice on it,
had somebody put their penis on my sister in any way, I kind of think of that as rape.
Well,
I can't, or what I'm saying, sexual assault at the least.
Assault, yes.
So, I'm a good damn bit sickened by the NFLPA standing up for a villain. Stand up for the players. I get it. That's what you're there for. But this guy does not deserve the standing up for. Billy Ray from Avondale says, I don't agree with what Deshaun Watson did, but when you see Goodell allowing Dan Snyder to still own a team, yeah, it's a farce.
I agree.
I think I can be mad at everybody. I'm only happy when I watch these guys play the game. Everything behind it is really a hard pill to take sometimes, Yeah.
One of the benefits of being a fan, especially with Keon, he's a Washington fan. Certainly he can be angry about Dan Snyder still being in ownership. And I think all three of us would agree.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson does not belong playing in the NFL, especially making $250 million doing it.
Stop pretending like you care about women. Stop with the pink for breast cancer. Stop with anything else you're doing because you're just lying. Big Risk says, out of curiosity, who plays the NFLPA's salaries? Well, that I think comes from dues. It's a union, so there are union dues. And then they elect certain people like Trotter to, be people inside the organization. So, but it's not just the players, player representatives. There's also, I think, some people that are not players involved. Booger Wolf says that schmuck. Oh, I already read that. Sorry about that. Big Risks. Thank you. Joe the Show says, hey, the NBA schedule released today. PSA, the GOAT will be visiting Phoenix November 22nd and November 19th.
Who's the guy?
Is that like the Wizards are coming? Wait, no, the Hornets. Michael Jordan owns part of the Hornets, right?
Yeah.
Are the Hornets? Is that the Hornets coming?
Well,
is Michael Jordan coming to town?
Majority owner of the Hornets.
Who the hell do you think is the GOAT, Joe the Show?
Yeah.
Cardinal Art says Robert Kraft wasn't just getting a massage, but he paid for his services. Yeah, he wasn't assaulting anyone. That was a transaction.
It's still wrong though, because most of those of those women in those situations. The reason why the FBI was investigating is there's some trafficking going on.
Sex trafficking, right? But from Robert Kraft's position, I don't think he was seeing it that way. You know what I mean? I'll give him at least that. But yeah, he should still be in trouble for it.
Yeah, no, it's still very wrong. But I think Deshaun exercised a whole lot more agency in his particular crappiness.
King Kitten says, well, my ex-girlfriend didn't spray paint the house or slash my tires. She did rip a metal address number off the stucco and cut her hand bloody. She pulled a cactus out of the front yard with her bare hands. Another time, threw it over the block wall, ripped the Christmas lights down off the garage and whipped me with them. and another one, she drove her car into and damaged my garage door. But I miss her. Kind of.
I'm really happy that you're no longer with this person.
Right there, King Kittens. You might be part of the problem. Straight Striper says part of Deshaun Watson's punishment should be assigned to team masseuse for the season, meaning he needs to give everybody else massages. I don't think I'd want to be massaged by him. It might be the smell of the oil that gets him going, and I don't want to be there when it happens.
Yep.
All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, we got a bunch of, the lighter side, the funner side. Let's talk about the actual NFL, that we want, the players, the teams, the fun stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
After dropping the first two games of the series, the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 180 on the money line tonight at the Giants at minus 220, the over-under at 7. The teams will have one more game tomorrow. The initial AP college football poll ahead of the 2022 season, Alabama preseason number 1 for the 9th time. The Crimson Tide, the plus 150 favorite to win the college football playoff national championship. Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, and Notre Dame round out the top 5. Ohio State at plus 250 odds to win the title. Georgia at plus 500. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. Save 75% on any best bet package with the promo code ACTION75. That's ACTION75 at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. For vsin.com, I'm Trey Westerberg on Arizona's sports betting station.
The week 1 odds are out, and now's the time to try FanDuel Sportsbook if you haven't already. Get in on the action early this football season. Right now, new FanDuel Sportsbook customers can get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just sign up using promo code DALE1580, place your first bet, and FanDuel will give you up to $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. There's no better place to get ready for the football season than on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official sports betting partner of the National Football League. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code DALE1580 to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code DALE1580. You must be 21 or older and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 24-count crayons and 4-ounce Elmer's glue are just 50 cents each, and 1-inch binders are only $1.99. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store only, limit 30. Baseball is in full swing.
See you later! Three-run home run!
And we've got the grand old game covered like an infield tart.
How about that?
Who's hot? Who's not? We've got the latest news, score, highlights, and info from around the league all season long.
It's a camper and it'll go all the way to the wall.
We are your MLB hookup.
Looking up and it's gone a home run.
Get all the games you can handle on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. And all right, hope everybody's ready. Turd Ferguson, I'm trying to help this guy. I think it's Turd, or is it, who is it? Somebody else. I keep doing the thing. I said, yeah, go ahead. Go jump into your fantasy football team and name your team, and then I'll go by and I'll see then make sure you're actually in there. And I don't know if he's actually got it. So again, I just want to remind everybody, if you have sent me an email to blender@1580thefanatic.com asking to be in a Daily Blender Fantasy Football League, if you have not seen an invitation, or if you've not heard, well, I guess even if you have heard from me, please let me know that you are still not in there. Okay? Because I can get this going. We have a whole nother league that's opening up. So if you didn't get into the one league I invited you to originally, I can get you into another one. It's not a big deal, but I need everybody who wants to play to let me know, are you in yet? Because I'm going to help you get in, and don't make no jokes. Anyway, so blender@1580thefanatic.com. Joe the Show says, I'll clarify your confusion, Jeffrey. The Hornets come on January 24th with Michael Jordan, the old GOAT. Then the Lakers come with the new GOAT in November and December. No, Kobe passed away.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kobe passed away, Joe the Show. So there's no GOAT in LA anymore.
No.
Big George says, question for Randy White, 1580 The Fanatic. Do you think Kyler Murray will play at all in the preseason, say game 3 against the Titans, or do you think they're saving the porcelain doll for the regular?
I would imagine if they play him at all, they'll play the number ones in game 4, just as sort of a dress rehearsal, and they will get them out of there very quickly. It won't be very, very long at all.
Well, it'll be game 3 now, Rand, because we don't have the 4th.
Okay, game 3.
So it'll be game 4.
Game 4.
The opening.
So is it game 4?
It'll be game 4, the first game of the season. Yes. Ukla says, hey, Radio Pal, can we finally find out the draft order? You know what? I was going to do it this weekend, but now I got something I got to do this weekend. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and use the new dog, Buddy the dog. He's going to pick the order with Cheerios off the tile, like my late dog Callie did, and we'll videotape that. And I'll do it tomorrow when I'm at home, and I'll post that video up. So, see here, let me explain what happens. We do it for Premier League. There's 12 members. So what we do is we just subtract wherever the 11 and the 12 team positions, and then I will go through all the leagues and put you guys in the correct order. So we take random numbers and put them on the tile, and then on top of those numbers, then we put the Cheerios, and then we let the dog in. And the dog, wherever he goes first, in his excitement, he'll eat the Cheerios. Now, Callie did it in an interesting pattern when she did it that one time. I don't know what this dog Buddy is going to do.
I'm really actually excited to figure this out.
It's going to be, so this dog is crazy. I am determined he might be a little bit off. But yes, I'll shoot the video to pick the draft order tomorrow. So by showtime, we will have that answer for you, Ukla the Mock. And by the way, the trophies for the Golden Blenders that will be presented on Saturday at Dave & Buster's in Tempe, when we do the show there, 11 a.m., we will present the trophies live on air to Nostramarcus and to Boogie. So Nostramarcus gets his first, though. Just because I say so. Anyway, so yeah, you'll get to see what a Golden Blender looks like, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun at the Dave & Buster's next weekend, next Friday and Saturday, by the way. So anyway, there you go, Ukla. The draft orders for all leagues will be decided tomorrow. Hey, Randy, I know that, you love making some fun bets on the FanDuel there, and I wonder, what's the most you've ever bet? Now, I know I've done a couple of $1 bets. I think I did throw a 10 in there at one point. I try to keep it low key. How about you?
I think the most I've done is a $5 bet.
Okay. All right. Respectable. How about $1,500?
The most I've bet is 15.
15?
No.
All right. Well, okay. So if we all bet $15, it's too late now, though. I'll tell you why in a minute. But if we all bet $15 on Will Fuller to lead the NFL in receiving touchdowns, we could all have gotten $75. But there's a guy who put $1,500 on Will Fuller to do that. He'll get $750,000. Wait. Well, yeah, that's right. $750,000.
Wow.
Did I do that right?
$75,000.
Yeah.
So if we put $15, we get $75,000.
No. If we put $15 down, and you said $75.
Yeah.
If somebody puts $1,500 down,
you get $775. No, it says that in his bet, he put $1,500 on free agent Will Fuller to lead in NFL receiving, and he gets a potential $750,000.
Wow.
For that.
Well, it shows you how stellar I am at math.
No, I'm not doing well over here either. But here's what it is. He did this bet, and it was 500 to 1 odds, I guess. And but here's the thing about that. Will Fuller's not on. Is he on a team? Is he on the Dolphins, or he was? Well, he was on the Dolphins last season, but then he broke his finger. So, why would you put a $1,500 bet?
Nope, still a free agent
on Will Fuller, a man who doesn't have a team.
Well, he's betting on that Will Fuller landing on a team that needs a wide receiver.
Somebody knows something.
Talented wide receiver with very bad odds.
Somebody knows something.
Like the Chiefs, who just lost McCole Hardman.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
Well, this guy did this earlier in the month. It wasn't even like yesterday. So somebody knows something. You don't put $1,500 down on a free agent to lead the league.
You could also just not be good at betting.
Yeah,
like that's the other option.
But if you're not good at betting, it's not a $1,500 bet.
Could have been a bad
just
night
have
of
money
drinking.
to waste. I don't know. They're Mattress Mac still bets. You know, he's been wrong 7 bets in a row or something like that.
Could have been a bad night of drinking.
Whatever the case, that was probably a wasted $1,500. You know, somebody got drunk and saw the odds. Like, I like these odds.
I really wish these people would meet me before they make these horrible bets.
Hefty Lefty says $1,500 is the bet I place every month. The bank won't take my house. So far, I have not lost. That's pretty good.
Good job.
Good Cat says I was told there'd be no math. I know, me too, man. Sorry. Joe the Show says Kobe passed away. Jeffrey's dog Callie passed away. Jeffrey hates the Lakers. There's a trend here. Possible conspiracy. Come to the dark side, Darth Jeffco. Oh, if I had that power. If I only had the power.
You mean the dark side of the Lakers?
No.
Lakers. Is that what you mean?
Oh, I thought you were trying to say I had like the power of the dark side.
Oh.
Don't underestimate me.
Sounded like he was, well, that's a good Vader.
Thank you. 888-368-1580. Well, now I'm starting to give some credibility to the idea that I might be Darth Vader. I didn't mean to do that. Well, that's not very good hiding, is it? Earlier, we heard that McCole Hardman left Chiefs practice on a cart. You know, I would try to leave practice on a cart every time. Those are fun. Those are fun to drive.
What? This is the only way you leave practice on a cart as a player is.
Yeah. I don't think he got to drive.
It'd be in my contract.
Yeah, I think
either I drive it or I get to sit on the back.
He was sitting on the back.
Definitely sitting on the back, but for none of the reasons you want.
What's wrong with him?
He got hurt.
He's injured.
Well, no bleep. Boy, have they said what's wrong with him yet?
Is
it his knee? Is it his face? Is it his
injury?
Is it his rectum? I mean, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Got an injury.
Rectum damn near killed him.
I don't know.
Well, I get that there's an injury.
Yeah. Hurt.
So the Chiefs are
groin injury.
Groin. Oh, it's a groin.
Not good. So all right. So the Chiefs, they got wide receivers dropping like flies, and everybody's saying, "Oh, they got some good, talented people there." Now they lost Juju Smith-Schuster. He's sitting out with a sore knee. McCole Hardman, whatever the hell's wrong with him. They don't have Tyreek Hill to throw to anymore. So, the hell's going on, Keon?
Well, they still have Valdez Scantling, who's really damn fast, and then the rookie they drafted, Sky Moore, who I think is going to be pretty awesome. They seem to think he looks really good out there. And he's a Tyreek Hill type player in terms of he's got the incredible speed, will break defenses in his own right. So they're still not great. You'd rather have Hardman and Schuster, but you still have weapons to throw the ball to. And of course, Travis Kelce.
I feel bad for McCole. How many times people say, "You hard man"? Yes. Hi, McCall. Poor guy. Well, I hope he's okay. Let's see here. Can I just say right now that I knew that he was crazy, but now I have zero respect for him at all as a person. Who do you think I'm talking about? Who does it sound like I'm talking about right now?
Ben Rapesberger.
No, I always hated that guy for raping girls.
We already talked about Antonio Brown. So
Antonio Brown.
No,
can't be.
Deshaun Watson.
No, I've been very clear about that. Deion Sanders.
Oh, boy.
Hell is wrong with Deion Sanders. What an ego do you have to have? And then why don't you get out of crap on somebody else's special day? He was talking about the Hall of Fame. Now, we mentioned on the show, it seemed like there's a whole lot of star power, but we talked through it and we're like, okay, I guess we could see that. That guy is a good player. Yeah, it's good history. It's a good legacy. And but Deion Sanders doesn't even he's just like, my head don't belong with some of these other heads. Wow. Why do you got to do that, Deion? He says it needs to be a different color jacket. My jacket's got to be a different color. It needs to be a starting 11. It needs to be an upper room. My head don't belong with some of these other heads in the Hall of Fame. What do they call them? Busts? Well, I call them heads. I put my head where my head is supposed to be. My head is not supposed to be with them. Come on, man. Why do you got to do that?
Yeah, look.
And by the way, I'm glad you picked up Mike Zimmer to be an assistant on your stupid team. Because that's not going to go well at all. But anyway, this is a horrible thing to say, isn't it?
It is, and it felt like he was kind of going after Tony Baselli a little bit because Baselli only played 7 years. But you know what? They were 7 great years. The Jaguars were an expansion team.
His name is fun to say.
Ever Jaguar, fun name, and Tony Baselli. The only reason why his career didn't continue longer was just he had a spine injury. That's why he stopped.
If he was mad about the referee being put in, I might be like, all right, that's but no, he's just being kind of an ass about all of them. I mean, Dick Vermeil, come on, man. Shut up, Deion.
Yeah. I don't care what anybody says. Baselli belongs in there. That dude was an awesome offensive lineman.
Sort of stuck up, horrible ego do you have to be? Now I get it. Deion Sanders was great. I'm not taking that away. I mean, you got to respect the game. But him as a person now, as a human being, as a man, nope, I'm done.
I mean, he was
no respect. I now don't like Deion Sanders for that.
The thing is, he's been this way. I mean, Deion saying exactly what he thinks.
All right, playful arrogance when you're have an opponent is one thing, but to go over and just crap on somebody else's special day, on them finally getting the Hall of Fame, their families, some of them are not alive, and their families are very proud and happy. Now they got to hear Deion Sanders say that about their dearly departed. People who are alive got to read the newspaper and be like, what the hell did I ever do to this guy? Oh, sorry, I'm not up to your lofty standard, Deion Sanders. But it's just like, if Deion Sanders has any say in Hall of Fame voting, he should not. He should be thrown out.
Fortunately, he does not. But the thing is, people were taking Deion's arrogance as playful before. It was always just arrogance. I mean,
this is not playful. This is just dickish.
and so it's now applied in a wrong place, wrong time kind of situation. It's not fun now when you're talking about people and their legacy and their entire life's work being recognized for that. Not everybody in the Hall of Fame is going to be equal, but I don't think that we were talking about a group of people who have no case to be in there right now.
Yeah. And even then, why do you have to say that, man? Why do you got to say that?
And he was looking into a camera when he said it too. So it's not like he didn't know.
It's not just those guys, it's their families, it's their teammates, it's the coaches, it's the fans. Deion, you ain't bleep right now. You ain't bleep to me. All right, we got to take a break. We come back. I've got On This Date and Big Georgia sports history, as well as getting caught up with all the texts that just started coming in. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's time once again for the Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. Set your picks each week and see if you are this season's best game picker. Play against the Fanatic Air Staff. Play against your fellow listeners. First prize is $1,580. Second place is $500. Thanks to our great friends at Harmon Solar. The Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. From your home for the NFL, playoffs, and Super Bowl in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
No one else does what I do in diamonds. Sorry if that sounds bold, but it's true, and I do it all for you. Hi, Diamond Dave Cantor, the only wholesale diamond dealer open to you by appointment. I import diamonds directly from cutters from around the world. That's right. That means you're getting diamonds direct from the source. We have the lowest overhead office of anyone in the diamond business. So we ship to clients around the world because of our low price wholesale model. We design and create your custom rings. Again, working directly means you're working with the source. No one else with fourth generation connections, direct diamond importing, and design and manufacturing works directly with you except me. And with all that, we still offer incredible one-on-one service, direct contact on my personal cell through the process, and the promise we want you to have the best diamond quality and experience in any price range.
No one else can do what Diamond Dave does. Call him today at 480-397-2450 or reach him on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's Kantor, or visit him online at diamonddaveaz.com.
Hi, this is Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz. You know, the first pro sports team to sell out 814 straight home games may come as a surprise to you. Think about it. 814 consecutive sellouts at home. The answer is coming up.
Nick LaCapria's Daily Sports Quiz brings you a different question from the world of sports each day. If you want even more questions from the world of sports, visit Nick LaCapria's new website, sportstrivia.org. You can test your sports trivia knowledge and get answers to some great questions from the world of sports trivia. Sportstrivia.org. It's free, it's fun, and it's challenging. If you like the Daily Sports Quiz, you'll love sportstrivia.org.
The answer to today's Daily Sports Quiz: name the first pro sports team to sell out 814 straight home games. The Portland Trailblazers in the Rose Garden from 1977 to 1995. Portland Trailblazers, the answer to today's Daily Sports Quiz.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Your home for NASCAR. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Wednesday, August 17th. Right now, the NFL Week 1 odds are out. And I'm looking at them here on the FanDuel Sportsbook that I have on my phone. And you can make bets right now. If you haven't logged in, and if you don't have the app, go ahead and sign up and get the app. Use my promo code Randy1580. Or if you already have an existing account, log in, because right now new FanDuel Sportsbook customers can get a no sweat first bet up to $1,000. You can make a bet on anything. Like here's some of the futures here. Arizona Cardinals to win over 8.5 or under 8.5 games. I'll take the over on that.
I think you would, yeah.
I'll take the over on that. Buffalo Bills, Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win 10+ games in the regular season. Green Bay Packers. You can get odds on all these guys to win 10+ games. Los Angeles Chargers. That's an interesting bet. Minus 180 right now. Regular season win parlays. Bucks and Bills each over 11.5 regular season wins. That's plus 220. I mean, there's all sorts of different odds and all sorts of ways that you can put your money down and make a bet, because these future props are already out there. Just sign up using promo code Randy1580. Place your first bet, and FanDuel, again, will give you up to $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. No better place to bet the NFL than on America's #1 sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NFL, FanDuel Sportsbook. Download the app right now and sign up using my promo code Randy1580 to get yourself started with the no sweat first bet up to $1,000. Again, my promo code Randy1580. A lot of fun. You don't have to bet a bunch of money, but you can jump on there, and it's kind of exciting. Kind of keeps you in the game.
I got an email from a Tibetan shaman, And
no kidding.
They have blessed your promo code.
Oh, no kidding.
In a ceremony
Yeah.
on top of Mount Everest.
Oh,
so,
wow. There you go.
Basically, you on every level, scientifically proven to be the best promo code. Blessed by Shaman up on the peak of one of the most amazing mountains ever. So right now, if you use promo code Randy1580, you can't go wrong.
No, I don't think you can. And plus, FanDuel giving you up to $1,000.
See?
In your first bet. They will pay you back if you lose. Got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credits that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Or text next step to 53342. Jeff, go.
Big George says, do you have proof that Randy's promo code was blessed by Temeshin Shaman?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Jeffrey wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Yeah.
I have the scientific papers, piles and piles of journals. And, they log this, they track this. It's all very complicated, but I've got a lot of bounded, books of this thick that show that his promo code is scientifically proven better than any promo code out there.
Well, there it is, Big George. I think the proof is in the pudding.
How dare you question the validity of what we have discovered?
Well, now, wait a minute, Jeffrey. It's Big George. I think he's just looking out. We're legally culpable if we say anything wrong here.
If I say it, it's true.
Okay. There you go, Big George.
To know.
There you go. You can relax, Big George. Thank you.
888-368-1580. Oh boy, Boogie just wrote War and Peace here. He says, this year in my work league where I am commissioner, this is how I'm determining draft order. Okay. All teams tell me their favorite beer. 10 pieces of paper folded twice, placed on a table in a sports bar with a beer over each paper.
Yeah.
On each paper, the name of a fantasy team. The beer over it is their favorite beer. I will select random people to come over and say, hey, would you like a beer? First beer they select, that team selects first. Second beer selected, is so forth. So most illegally present watching on the other side of the sports bar. See, that's problematic, though, because, there's if you walk up and you're like, first off, who's this creep trying to give me a beer off this table? All of these have got to be roofied. So that's going to be a problem. And then, the Guinness automatically will be the first pick.
Well, in some cases, yeah.
Mm-hmm. In every case, Randy.
Well, in some cases.
Come on, be real.
Well, in some cases.
So it's an interesting process. I'm actually intrigued by that.
So the napkin has the magic number and they lift the beer up and on the napkin, there it is.
Yeah, let us know how that goes. I'm intrigued. You should shoot some video and post it on the tweeters.
Not that I'm picking draft order, but perhaps Miss Kim and I this weekend, we will experiment with that very process. She'll lay out 12 beers and I will pick one. We'll do some mock drafting here at the house.
Or I could just set up 12 shots of whiskey.
Oh my God, there you go.
Remember I did the Oreo thing when we were doing COVID. I ate all those Oreo cookies.
Yeah, forget the Oreos. Just go right to the Jameson.
Right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to think about this.
Not a bad plan.
Going to think about that.
That's what you should do right there.
Ookla, I don't know if that's relevant. Good Cat says, random question. What song intro automatically makes you turn the amp up to 11? Oh, many.
I mean, just thinking right off the top of my head, Tom Sawyer, Back in Black, Hell's Bells.
Sure. I don't know. Anything Foo Fighters for me.
Oh, yeah. Anything Foo Fighters.
Yeah. Anything Karen Carpenter for Keon.
Oh, well.
Karen Carpenter.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I know for Dale, it's Muskrat Love by Captain and Tennille.
I mean, with all due respect to Karen Carpenter, why Karen Carpenter?
Well, it's your
why
favorite,
not?
It's your favorite band, right?
Don't pretend.
It is not actually.
Joe the Show says, yes, Randy, the dark side of the Lakers, where we hide all 17 trophies in the shadows, only to be viewed by the worthy. And Jeffrey, yes, that was an excellent Vader.
Don't tell me what you've done in the past. Tell me what you've done today.
Burn it out, Lakers.
That's what I
want. A lot of dandruff and dust on them trophies.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says Neon Dion doesn't even lock a bet, for best 11 defense. There's 3 other guys with legit arguments as best corners ever. Ukla does say, how do you hire a white guy to coach at a historically black college, Dion? Well, I don't know if that's really relevant.
It's not. White people are actually allowed to participate, teach, and attend historically black colleges. No one has a problem with that.
More importantly, Dion is going to have to explain to kids which eye they're supposed to look at for Mike Zimmer.
That's the tough part, honestly.
I still have never figured that out. Big George says, nope, that's a good enough proof for me, Jeffrey. Thank you. You're welcome. Bala51 says, the Chefs ain't going to do bleep this year. 8-9 at best, bottom of the AFCW. And by the way, all his friends like Coors Light water, probably. Boogie says, Randy, I agree. I should use a concept in some mock draft orders this weekend. Jeffrey, I considered using shots instead of beer. Yeah, you got shots. Not only would people appreciate that more, the ladies. You'll meet some ladies. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. We're just trying to help you out here on the Daily Blender.
Yeah. Right now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, before we run out of time, for On This Date in Big George's sports history.
Now, wait a minute.
What?
Before I fire the song.
Yeah.
Is this better than yesterday's?
Because yesterday,
do you
Big
remember
George
what
was trying
yesterday
to
was?
depress us into a blue.
This is not depressing, and
Okay.
actually it's going to call back another conversation we've had because it brings life to something we thought was fictional.
All right, here we go.
Back in the year 1971, after getting hit by a pitch in the third inning by Steve Arlen fastball.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Hear me out. Expos second baseman Ron Hunt took exception to being plunked again 2 innings later by the San Diego Padres pitcher. Hunt was the only player ejected from the San Diego contest, showing his displeasure by ripping off catcher Bob Barton's face mask and punching the catcher squarely in the face. And then after that, there was a brawl.
It was like, why run all the way out to the mound when I could just turn around and punch the catcher?
Turn around and punch the catcher?
Right. This is like, I'm curious, and I tried to find video of it, and I couldn't. But then in trying to find the video, it turns out Ron Hunt is Coach from Cheers, not the actor. But I think they based it on this guy because this guy in the year 1971 got hit by 50 pitches. So he said he was doing it on purpose. He says, here's what I would do. Back when we played, a lot of people would pitch inside a little more than they do now. He said, so when that pitch came inside, I just don't move. You get hit. And then he said, well, here's how I would help out with that stuff. He says, I'd blouse the uniform, which means puff it up, kind of, air it out there.
Everybody knows that trick.
The big wool uniform. He says, I make sure it's nice and loose. Then I choke up way on the back, stand right on top of the plate. That way I can still reach the outside pitch. And that was the Gil Hodges philosophy on hitting, right? 2 inches on the outside corner where the pitchers, the rest was his. And I thought, well, if I could take away those 2 inches and he's not perfect, I'll put the ball in play right there.
Okay. Yeah.
And if it comes inside, well, I'm going to get on base that way. He got on base that way 50 times. So to him, it was gamesmanship. But it did take a toll.
Well, naturally, when you get hit by 50 Major League Baseball pitches.
Yeah, he's goofy now. So he's 73 years old, and he's like, I got 15 surgeries, 12 from baseball there, 1 on the left shoulder, 4 on the right, both knees, a steel rod in my back, you name it. He says, none of the injuries that he'd shake it off, play the next day. Didn't care, but in the off season, take care of business there. He says Don Drysdale once threw a fastball at him so hard it left a baseball shaped imprint on his shoulder blade for weeks.
Yeah, that guy's a tougher guy than me. I'm not doing that.
So Ron Hunt had to have been the inspiration for the character of Coach in Cheers, who they said they didn't wear batter's helmets, and that's why he was kind of goofy.
Yeah, back in the day.
Believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Big George says, also, somebody tell Nick LaCapria that today is the day back in 1957 when Alice Roth got hit by a foul ball twice. Yes, I noticed that too. And he has been informed that we need new stuff. 888-368-1580. Good Cat says, damn, Laker fans live in the past more than anyone. Get over yourself.
Burn it out, Lakers.
Yeah, I would agree.
Almost as bad as Yankee fans about it.
Joe the Show says, I'm carbon dating myself here, but I just discovered Deep Purple. I probably misunderstood the intro question, but Child in Time intro is a hook, line, and sinker for me. I don't understand what he's saying.
It's a song by Deep Purple.
Okay. I don't know if I could pick Deep Purple out of a lineup. Okay, that song. All right, what's the other one? Pretty much it, right?
Yeah, well.
Look, some of us have one hit. Some of us have.
Yeah, I have no hit.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The background on that, they wrote that song because they were in they were out of the country, and I can't remember the country they were in, but the night before they were supposed to go into this club and record, some stupid with a flare gun burned the place to the ground, which is a line.
Oh my!
In that song. And the guys that were there playing that night were Frank Zappa and the Mothers.
Huh.
Wow.
We're playing there the night that the place went up.
So are you trying to tell me that Frank Zappa burnt the place down with a flare gun?
No, it was some stupid with a flare gun.
Okay.
Burnt the place to the ground. Smoke on the water. Fire
One
in the
hit
sky.
wonder.
Oh, no, they had other ones.
So are the other ones?
I can't think of them right now.
Well, don't expect me to know. Cardinal Art says every DB after the greats that played in Dion's era or after looked up to prime time still do this day. Ask any top lockdown corner. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Look up to him. But I tell you what, you hear that kind of nonsense coming out of Deion Sanders, and you kind of stop looking up to him and start looking away.
And it's not like these guys that got into the Hall of Fame were bums. These are multiple-time All-Pros, multiple-time Pro Bowlers that made it to the Hall of Fame, and I think deservedly so.
King of Kittens. Hit on the face first, and while on the stretcher, she was beaten on the knee with a broken bone on the way out. And that's your Nick LaCaprio Sports Trivia.
Damn. We really need some new ones.
Just saying. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for Bubba.
What he's saying is that's going to wrap it up for us today. This has been the Daily Blender. We'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Same bat time, same bat station.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs.